whatever the general delta.
Hi, welcome to Seven-Sided Die's Carpathian Adventure. I'm Tom. In a moment, we'll introduce the players. Before that, thank you for joining us. Please know that unlike some other Twitch and YouTube channels, I, at least, am not a professional actor, let alone voice actor. Some of the others at the table claim to be, so we'll find out tonight. This is true. That said, some of us are military, some are in IT, others retail managers, a few are parents, students, etc. So we do this strictly for fun. We hope you enjoy it nonetheless. Lest I forget to mention it, we must thank Sarenrae for the use of their audio sound effects. That is www.syrinseape.com. We also must thank artist Yenu for the terrific character sketches. Please patronize him at the @ Yenu, that's Jeinu draws, DRAWS, on Instagram, or the @ Jeinu on Tumblr and Twitter. You saw a head go in front of the camera, that's probably just Mark.
Oh, so sorry. My apologies.
Again, we'd like to thank you, our Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter followers, and our YouTube subscribers for joining us. If you have not already, please follow on Twitch and Instagram and Twitter. Like and subscribe on YouTube. And as Brian the Hammer says, I still don't have a bell. Ding that bell. During the stream, we are watching Twitch. I think it's up tonight. It was not up last time due to some technical problems on my end. But we did upload it, so it's on the archive there, albeit for about 30 days. But we are watching it. Hopefully it is streaming on Twitch tonight, and some of the folks here are watching the stream. So if you have some comments, please feel free to ask questions. While live, we will endeavor to answer them if they're appropriate. Brad, or the Carpathian Adventures, Jomnus Dawnflower, is marketing our t-shirts and sweatshirts with our seven-sided die logo and other designs. We also have a contest running that he is organizing. Let's go over to Brad. Brad?
Hello. Welcome to the contest. Our contest was, once we hit 50 YouTube subscribers, we're going to give away a t-shirt. And we hit 50 YouTube subscribers! Woo! So, the winner will be selected later tonight, probably after the game. So I don't think it'll be on stream. But within the next couple weeks, whoever won will be contacted. And if you don't respond timely, we're just going to move on to the next person. We have, I think, like 19 people who have their YouTube subscriptions public. So there's the only people that we'll be choosing from. So we'll probably roll a nice D20 to decide in classic D&D fashion. So tonight, if you are watching this and you do want to win a T-shirt,
A chance to win.
if you want to win the T-shirt, the only way that you could possibly do that is going on YouTube and making your subscriptions public tonight. So that's it. That's your chance to do that.
And we do have t-shirts and sweatshirts.
The official seven-sided die stuff can be found on goldenmonkey.threadless.com. We get the tri-blend, the soft, nobody's wearing any, soft tri-blend t-shirts. They're really nice. You can get the classic t-shirt as well. Those are fine too. But you really want to swing for the tri-blend. That's the way to go. So that's goldenmonkey.threadless.com. Buy your stuff.
Awesome. Awesome. Very cool. And for those of you who miss out on this not once in a lifetime chance to get a free t-shirt, because gosh knows everybody needs a free t-shirt, we will do this again at 100 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, right? Very cool.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Brad. Okay, thank you. Travel back 700 years. The year is roughly 1318. Hungary is at its height, and the nascent Ottomans are on the rise. While the papacy is being challenged by an anti-pope, the Templars recede into memory, and the Teutonic Order seems to be growing in power. Castles have risen throughout the land to consolidate feudal power and deal with the Viking threat. Yet Varangian mercenaries still abound. Farther afield than neither Holy nor Roman nor an Empire HRE battles internally. and France continues to duke it out with England. Interspersed among humanity's trials and tribulations, powerful dragons and vampires have some undefined rivalry. Something wicked has unleashed a new horror from the bowels of the earth, and Gundrick, who is here tonight, may have started a calamity as well. Welcome to the Carpathian adventure. Yes, indeed. Brad also has, correct me if I'm wrong, Brad, a synopsis of the previous episode.
Yes, I do this time.
Brad, what happened?
What happened is...
I didn't know whether you were going to talk to the camera or you were...
I didn't see it up there, so I put it away. But I mean,
That's okay. It's all cool.
After accidentally unleashing a number of spirits from a random glowing crystal they found and potentially causing the zombie apocalypse, the Champions of the Sun decided to investigate Heaven and Hell, two giant holes in the ground supposedly connected to the evil ghost crystal in an effort to fix their mistake. The party ventured into an abandoned monastery at the bottom of Senate, the Chasm of Heaven. They discovered a secret passage underground, which eventually led them to the crystal's guardian, the undead Frederick I, former ruler of the Holy Roman Empire, and his skeletal army. Knowing they had to put an end to the evil of the crystal, the party attacked. They managed to defeat the Emperor and destroyed a huge chunk of the crystal, effectively stunting the spread of its evil for the foreseeable future. Satisfied they were able to do some minute amount of good for the world, the party returned to the strange ship belonging to the AVC and set sail. After a few days, the party arrived in Constantinople, where their hired ship, the Re d'Italia, waited, along with Argam and Byzant's Toraru's son. As they spoke with their companions, Adeltine appeared. She rushed forward, embraced Oda, and asked ominously, "Do you have it?" Oda, clearly puzzled, asked, "Have what?" And that's where we left off.
Dun, dun, dun. We're going to go back just a few minutes in time. You're in the forecastle of the strange ship, gathering and making your way out onto the dock as we speak.
I kill Oda. No. Okay, on the forecastle.
The party's gathered in the forecastle. While examining his bow and string, Argam pauses. He looks inquisitively at it. He's clearly deep in thought. Without looking up, he says, "It was so long ago, or it seems like it now. I was but a lad. The men still wet behind the ears themselves. They had just killed a stag on Margrave's land, and they were dressing it. Behind me, the Ober Forester quietly approached. Peering through the dark pines with me, my sister, seeing them, carefully took aim. But the Oberforster, he raised a finger to her, telling her to hold her shot. She was the stronger of the two of us. Then he motioned to me. I knew what he meant. I carefully took aim from between the trees. My arms were shaking like wet limbs after a rainstorm with wind still blowing. I held the shot. I could feel his breath on my back. I let my breath out. And then I let the arrow fly. It was as if the entire area went dead silent until the thud. The figure collapsed. Calamity broke loose and arrows went flying. When I approached, he was already dead. A lad not much older than myself. I don't know why I remembered that now. Do you remember You're first.
Sadly, I don't remember my first. I believe it happened shortly after I joined the order. But as you may well know, killing is a sin, and I am at peace in thinking that every time that I had to take a life, I did in the name of God to protect another. So no, I don't remember any of them. What about you?
Fortunately, yes, I remember vividly. Unfortunately, my first kill was my older brother. We were basically, it was a game. It was for combat to see who would control the army of my region, and it was just unarmed combat. And I gave him a really good blow to the head. Unfortunately, it won me the fight, but it's a wound he didn't recover from. And because of me, he died without honor. He did not get to die in battle. And I live with that every day. So now I just fight and fight and fight in his honor to make it mean something. So he wasn't in my own head, to hope he's not forgotten. What about you, Kip?
I was young and foolish, and I remember I was chasing someone very dear to me at the time, a friend, who I was supposed to stay away from, out in the woods, and we were playing hide and go seek, and we were playing, and I ran out there, and I ran into my father, and he was never around very much, but he was home this time, and he was out hunting, and he saw me, and I think he knew what I was doing, so in order to stop me from doing what he didn't want me to do, he grabbed me by the scruff of my neck and put a bow and arrow in my hand and forced me out into the woods. And when we saw the animal, I took aim, and upon his demand, I didn't want to do it, but he made me, and I fired, and I guess it was a lucky shot because I killed the wolf, and down it went, and my father walked away, and I went over to the wolf, and that's when I realized that there was a puppy that it was nursing, I guess, and that was when I met Lykoa, and I had to hide him away at my friend's house, because if my dad had found out, Lykoa wouldn't be with us today.
And you, Matthias, do you remember your first?
It was only perhaps 2 years ago now. It's not quite as symbolic, I suppose, or as meaningful to the current situation I'm in, but there had been a small dispute over family honor with the scion of a neighboring house, much smaller than my own. And being foolish, we decided to settle it in a manner akin to those far above our own skill or station. Essentially, we tried to... It became an unofficial joust in the middle of the field, and to make a long story short, the lances did break, as is traditional, but more than a few splinters slipped through the vulnerable places of his helmet. It was swept under the rug, of course. much more to say.
Jomnus.
Although it wasn't the focus. I told this story for the first time to our party. You were not there, so I will recount part of it to you. When I first met my goddess, when I first met the Dawnflower, I was a prisoner on an island far off the coast of the west coast of Africa, far away from the mainland, isolated. I was being held prisoner, and I was taken to be sacrificed at an altar, and I was saved by Sarenrae. She granted me the gifts that you've seen me use. I blacked out, and when I woke up, I was at the edge of the village. I had the holy symbol I wear around my neck and my hand, burning, warm to the touch. And there was a trail of bodies from the altar to where I lay. And it took me a long time before I came to terms with the fact that I was the one that did that. That I murdered all of those people. Those were my first kills.
A voice comes to you from far away, although you're not physically on the ship. Does Gundrick remember his first kill?
Unfortunately, Gundrick does not, but he knows what everyone else thinks his first kill was. It was a blacksmith or something in a town that everyone thought he had killed for some Gundrick, I have no idea why everyone thinks I killed that blacksmith by stabbing him through the neck with a knife. I have no idea why people think that. All they did was raise him, and he said that a merchant killed him. It could have been any merchant that is devilishly handsome and intelligent. See, I have no idea what my first kill was, though.
So very subtle.
Gundrick's official stance is he has never killed anyone.
I do like the way you started in the third person, because criminals never, ever do that. Always a great job. Nice job. That's how Lycoa came about. Remind me not to hang out with you and your brothers and sisters. Thank you very much, guys. You guys are on the docks in Constantinople. Oda is on board the ship with you. The Edeltine just ran up to the ship, embraced Oda, leaned in, hugged her. There was a moment, it was kind of an awkward moment, where Oda felt like it almost appeared as though a stranger was hugging Oda. And then Edeltine whispered, and at least one of you overheard it, probably the Balder overheard it because he was closest. Do you have it? Oda leaned back and said, what? And that is where we start off. What are you guys doing? You are not there right at the moment.
You're swimming, the concept.
No, I'm not swimming.
If he is, it's a lot more athletic than I thought he was.
I'm just attached to the back of the boat, like you will not lose me.
What are you guys doing?
So we are at the ship where the two ladies who were traveling with us were supposed to be, but they're not.
Correct. You're talking about Simonida and Umbriel, Charlie, and that would have been, and Duran was dropped off.
Duran was dropped her off.
He dropped Duran off elsewhere.
Our orphanage, Champions of the Sun, the orphanage. But Argan is there, right?
Argam is there, yes. He brought Genk with him.
Do you need me to sponsor an orphanage for these children?
Gonna need more eyes.
The Champions of the Sun Orphanage.
Yes. It's
Sons
a good name
is
for an orphanage.
Sons is SONS in the title.
We can look into that.
That was awful.
That was amazing.
So I'm gonna approach her again. I believe I met him, right? I joined the party before he left us with the kid.
He left you in Inigold
Yes, after the tower.
after the tower. Yes. So you. Yes, I think everybody here knows Argan.
Yeah.
I approach him and good day, brother. When I left Inigut, the two ladies who were traveling with us, they were coming this way to join us at the ship. I had to go the other way to meet with the other friends. Have you seen them?
Shalom, my friend. I left you at Inigold. I got on my horse with Genk. I put him in front of me. And I believe the last person I spoke with was yourself, Jomnus.
Yes.
And I said I will take him to Constantinople. I believe the two you're talking about, Ambriel, my friend from Austria.
Yes.
She was continuing on with you
Yes,
towards
yes.
Sagut, but I don't know. I left you there.
10 days ago, we went separate ways. The two of them were coming to Constantinople, and they were supposed to meet us on the ship. You have been here for what, 2 weeks, and you haven't seen them, right?
It hasn't even been that long. It's been just a short period, a few days and nights. I didn't keep track, but we got here, we made our way, we met Emilio. The ship was still here, and he said he had been waiting. He ran a few loads of cargo, from what I understand, talking to some people around the docks, but to occupy some time. But other than that, he... Okay. I don't... But,
That worries me.
what part worries you?
The way from Inigo to here, how many days does it take?
It took me probably a solid week of hard riding.
Yeah, and out of character question.
Sure.
We traveled for 9 days,
Yeah,
so they had time enough to get to Constantinople.
you were a little bit farther east too, and then you had to make your way up the.
Yeah, but
I mean-
it took us 9 days, and if they were coming here, they would have to be here 2 days ago, right? 7 days for them, and 9 days for us.
Okay, well, we're kind of splitting hairs. Inigo is west. If you recall, Inigo is
Yes,
west
yes.
of Sagut.
But when I left, they were going to Constantinople.
I guess what's your question?
They were going to Constantinople from
That's not a
Inigo.
question. What's your question?
They're late. My question is, they were late.
Okay, so what's your question?
My question is, they were supposed to be here 2 days ago, right?
That's not a question. What's your question?
Is it safe to assume that they would have already gotten here from Inigal,
Uh,
considering how much time has passed since
okay,
they left?
Thank you. They should be here any day. They should be here any day.
Okay. But
They could have been here. They could have been here already. I mean, he doesn't know. Okay, now.
No, but I'm doing the math as my character is doing the math.
Okay.
It took us 9 days, which is more than enough from them to go from Inigo to Constantinople. They're not here yet. So either something happened on the way, or something happened when they got here.
Okay, now I get what you're saying. I think I get what you're saying. Well, Argam just looks at you quizzically. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. They are at the hands of God right now.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
We'll approach Adeltine and Oda. Adeltine, it's good to see you again.
She's somewhat taken aback. She leans slightly back. She looks quizzically at Oda and then looks over to you. You see a little bit of a look of worry on her face.
How have you been holding up?
Okay. What happened?
Well, we were able to locate Oda and rescue her from a very bad person. And we kept her safe and brought her. She's with us now. We didn't expect to run into you here until your friend showed up and said that you sent out a search party for her.
Just asking about your age.
I don't know. Maybe.
What?
I'm dead.
I didn't hear.
I don't even notice.
I didn't hear eyes, so I don't know.
No, I told him that she might be asking about his age. Because he's 19 years older now.
I don't know if she knew you that well.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you guys met a couple times in the dark, and
Must have been a rough trip. You look like hell.
Yeah, right.
yeah. Hell, he's only 58. I
mean, compared to what he was, he's practically falling apart.
There
He's
you
an
go.
old man.
Yeah.
58 in
58,
the
he's like
14th
most of
century.
dead.
Yeah, what was the average the average life expectancy?
Should be dead by now.
That's,
should
that's
be.
including infant mortality.
Yeah,
If
that's-
you take
we've been
infant
there.
mortality out of the factor, then it would move into the 70s.
We've been around that tree a couple times.
Reiner's right.
Okay.
But anyway.
She looks away for a moment, and she looks at Oda, and Oda kind of pulls back, doesn't know what's going on. And Oda says, if you'll excuse me. And Oda goes to one of the cabins. Adeltine looks somewhat worried. What happened to Oda?
She used that spell, that scroll, and
Just go
knocked
back a
out.
little bit. Backtrack. Before that, something happened to her as well.
We found her.
With her
yeah, she was under the employ of what was that guy's name?
I don't remember.
Oh.
They seem to be doing some kind. Yeah,
Aladen Bay?
they basically were keeping her as a slave and using some kind of spell to not only help her forget who she was, but also to kind of keep her docile and under their control. So she didn't have much of her memories even when we ran into her. A little bit has been coming back, and then that's when she used that scroll. She remembered how to open it and read the incantation that was on it, and that took a lot out of her, so it seemed to kind of set her back a little bit.
Did she bring anything back with her?
Fiance.
I'm sorry?
A fiance.
That's
Fiance.
That's a long story.
She looks at you.
I had to try and buy her back from the people who had her under their employ.
You tried. You succeeded.
Yeah. That was the only way to get her back.
And now you're engaged to her?
Yes, it would appear that way.
Cheers.
Adeltine, how did you anticipate this meeting going? What were you expecting? Because this is clearly not that. What was she supposed to bring?
She knew what she was bringing back, and I may know someone who can help her get through whatever she's going through, and then I can resolve it on my own.
What was she supposed to bring back?
We were working together on bringing something back.
Bringing something back. You're dancing in circles.
Yes, I am.
We agreed to do this to you.
Yes,
We don't
you
know
did.
who you. We don't even know who you are. You haven't promised us anything. You've given us nothing in return. Oda is an entirely different person now than the person you thought she was, and she's
Yes.
engaged to Baldur.
And
We have no.
congratulations.
You've given
to
us
you.
no reason to help you.
Let me see if I can find someone who perhaps can help. Are you going to be here on this ship? Or in town?
Sure.
Where can I find you here?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, this is our ship.
Seems like you know how to find us pretty well as it is.
No, I didn't know how to find you. I knew how to find her. Or I knew, well, that's another story. She looks toward the cabin, pauses momentarily. And she says, I'll be back then. And she goes off down the deck. Fast forward, or not fast forward,
Sidetrack.
leap across terrain to another part of the world. She's a what? A rat.
Oh no, I didn't. I said I don't trust Edeltine, and I never have.
No, I never would have guessed that.
Why are we helping her exactly?
I don't know, and I don't know why everybody always thinks that we need to do what she wants. She's never given us any reason to help her ever. Like she's been shady and shifty.
I just realized
Is this
that.
Brad or Jomnus saying that?
Out of game. I mean, no one's really helping her. We
I
just
mean, we offered
saved Oda because we knew she was important, and we brought her with her
but
because
we
she didn't want her
agreed
to
drop
die.
off the tube for her for no reason at all, with no promise of payment or no purpose.
I mean, well,
We don't
she's
know
a
who she
vampire.
is. We don't know who she works for. We don't know
Brian
what
very
her deal is.
reluctantly agreed to that, and we wound up doing it anyway.
I don't know.
So when it comes time for her to actually ask something of us, I don't know what we're
She,
doing.
she has been asking. We just keep doing things for her.
Accidentally.
The power of
I mean, it's not my fault I married her.
To be fair, Oda saved you guys.
And Oda
So
is, I mean,
Oda is nice.
in
Well,
that
Oda's
regard,
almost part of the family now.
Time.
Yeah.
No.
Oda is part of the party, whether she was bought in.
She was bought in.
So I think our allegiance here
Or
in this
Gar-
regard should be to Oda and not Edeltine.
I
We
agree.
need to help Oda. We don't need to help Edeltine. I don't care about Edeltine.
She's
agree.
part of the caravan.
She,
I will
She's-
see
she's
to
a
I will see
champion.
to Oda's protection.
she's a champion of the sun. Whatever that.
Whatever that actually means anymore.
Whatever that means.
Not much.
Whatever that
Sorry,
means.
Gundrick.
No,
Gundrick,
it's okay, it's all good.
let's do your excited.
It's all good. Okay, so Gundrick, you are on the rocky coast where you last disappeared from the party.
Yes.
We're kind of backtracking from where the party is to try and catch you up here a little bit. You ran from the party at one point, and you find yourself running, and you feel like there's nobody behind you, and you keep running and running and running and running, and up ahead of you, you see a rocky coast and a cliff that just kind of drops off. What do you do?
I stop and turn around, make sure no one's actually chasing me.
Okay, running from the party, you see this large cliff, and it's just the coastline. It goes from end to end as far as you can see. A bit of it kind of bends inward where there's a river, clearly a river coming down, and it seems to be dumping into the ocean at one point. Off in the distance, from the coast, you see from the rocky cliff. You look over the edge. It's about it's a pretty good drop. I don't know how good you are at estimating depth, distance. It's a pretty good drop down, and then just off in the rocky coastline, you see a small vessel, not this large, probably one-masted, and then there are about 8 to 10 men on the ground. They have a small campfire down there, about 80 to 100 feet below. They seem to be going through some documents and some papers and so forth.
Can I see what they're looking through, or is it like way too far away?
It's about 80 to 100 feet away,
Okay,
and then
so,
it's
yeah.
at a little bit 80 to 100 foot drop, and then it add a little bit of an angle. So I mean, my Pythagorean theorem or
Yeah.
whatever it's called is not that good. So,
Is there a way to get down the cliff without swan diving?
you start looking around, and then off. Oh, you're a football player. Just slightly farther than a football field away, you see about 10 guys cautiously approaching with bows.
Oh, approaching me?
Yes.
Of course they are. Hello, what are you all doing here? I seem to have gotten lost. Could you help me?
They're very cautiously approaching, and then they kneel down. They're about a solid football field away from you. You can see them motioning toward each other. You have the cliff behind you with the rocky shoals, and you have the archers in front of you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna walk over to the archers.
As you start to walk toward them, roll initiative.
Of course.
Huh?
As soon as I said that, I make horrible decision. 11.
Thank you. Congratulations on popping a level there, Brad.
Thanks.
11. They have a 5. You have
did
initiative.
Wow, that I did not expect.
That was the end of it.
So they pull their bows back and they're aiming at me.
They certainly look like it.
Hey, do you speak this language? Because why are you
Just set
aiming
those
at
up
me?
about where you are.
Sure.
You could wiggle the camera around.
This one here.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. You see them pointing their bows at you.
This guy.
Can I assume I've had a short rest, like in the time like for supposed thought?
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
You have a short rest. Absolutely.
So
He has no clue where he is. He's drunk.
So I just screamed that. Can you speak this language? Do you understand me? I was just going to like start
What language are you speaking in?
Ventures camp.
Okay. One speaks and says, "Stop."
I move up 30 feet. Anyways.
Okay. You're at, call it 270 feet.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. He says, "Stop."
Why?
Why? We know what you are.
A merchant, yes.
No, we saw what you did.
What did I do?
You touched the crystal.
So why are you trying to kill me?
Because you touched the crystal.
That didn't really answer my question.
And you touched the crystal.
And is that bad?
Lay on the ground, face down, with your arms and legs stretched outward,
Why?
so that we can cut off your arm.
No! I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to use polymorph to turn into a giant ape.
Okay, so, well, you did your movement, so it's still your round before they go.
Action is polymorph.
I'm sorry?
Action is polymorph.
Okay, so
Turn to
you
a giant
polymorph yourself?
ape. To a giant ape.
Okay. You are, I don't have an ape, but we'll just,
Yeah.
your figure's an ape. Okay, they see you turn into a giant ape, and of course, they open fire. What's your AC
Yeah.
as a giant ape?
AC 12.
Okay.
It's a big player.
It's 157 HP.
Well, one natural 20. Just toss me a critical. Critical
This is on mine.
3 misses, 3 hits.
You got it. Oh, you got it. Triple damage.
7, 8,
Of course.
3, 5.
Somebody pass that on.
That's 9. 1 more. Okay, cool.
Was that your die?
That set is at home, so I'm not sure, but
Because it looks like you're set.
it looks like one of my DM sets.
Yeah.
With my DM set.
Also.
Yes, fire away.
As a giant ape, I have 40 feet of movement, so can I move an additional 10 feet this round?
I'll give you half of it. How's that sound?
So an additional 5. Okay.
So you're at
yeah.
265 feet.
And then towards
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like It's kind of like as you morphed, you just kind of
okay.
went forward.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try and kill these guys off fast, you know.
Fireball him as an ape.
And also a random question: do I still have like the weird hand thing as the
Are you
ape?
allowed to do that?
What? To
Use your spells as an
If
animal?
there's verbal components, no,
yes,
because you can't say the
unless
words.
you're like a parrot or a raven or something.
46 points of damage. You get pierced by 6 arrows.
Or you're really good
Okay.
druid.
Okay, and can you do what?
Do I have the like weird hand as the ape? Or...
Yes.
Oh, I do.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't. It's not gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, it's a polymorph. It might look hairy.
Yeah.
But it's.
Okay.
I mean, you still look like an ape.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sense?
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
whole body, but your arm is still human.
You're at 2. Okay, you're up. What are you doing?
I'm gonna move 40 feet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Just
8.
picture a gorilla charging at you.
Oh yeah. And then as an ape, I actually have a ranged weapon attack called rock. So are there any rocks around? I can just pick up and
Sure,
hurl it.
absolutely. There are rocks. There's plenty of rocks.
There are two
All different
35
sizes.
feet. What's the
It's
reach?
range is 50 to 100.
You're at 225 feet.
Okay. I would say that this is a warning shot there.
As a scare, as a scare tactic.
Okay.
Okay. That's 26 to hit.
20s. I mean,
To hit nothing.
it would.
Yeah,
hit. I
like
mean,
26 to
it
hit,
hits the
empty
exact
space.
point that you aimed at.
Yeah.
Perfectly. Anything else?
And then let's just see if this causes a crater or something, I guess.
Sure.
So
Go
76
for it.
plus 6.
What? What?
Yeah. Rock, 76 plus 6 bludgeoning damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Did they?
12.
Was that a misprint? Did they mean boulder?
18. I just rolled 3 sixes
He's
in a row.
missing all over his 6. So.
Okay, 19, 21. That's 26. That's 28 plus 6. So that's 34 to see if it causes a crater, I guess.
You see this huge dent in the ground. Dust
like-
spews
yeah,
up
it's
in
like
front of you.
It says rock.
You
but
see
it means...
panicked looks on their faces. It is. That was your round.
I'm
Their
just
round.
gonna like,
Digs into the ground.
They're terrified now. You
Yeah.
can see their expressions. They start backing up. They back up about halfway. They back up about half their distance. They're about 240 feet. And then they go ahead and they fire away again. Some of them are not quite as accurate as they were a moment ago.
yes.
Out of a little bit of panic on their part.
The rock scared them.
Fumble card, please.
Yes.
I mean, so to be clear, we're talking like troll rock, not not like a monkey picking up a rock.
No, it's rock.
Nice,
more
240.
turd.
I know. I'm just counting until I like would move my finger again.
Is that an
Okay,
attack
for,
too?
uh,
Turd?
Keep your figure there.
DC
No,
Wisdom
it's gonna
is
stay there
10.
for a while.
Okay, he needs to make a save, and he makes a 17. So he is not frightened, but what you see, one of them appears to be, just if somebody would stick that back in the deck, appears to be absolutely terrified of you. 4 arrows hit you, and they.
It's gonna be like that. What's that movie?
25 points.
What's that 8 movie?
Okay.
King Kong.
No.
Rampage.
Okay, and you're at 240 feet. It is
No, the
you
one-
are up. Nobody
The
is
one
on
who was
deck.
a friendly ape in a zoo and he escaped,
6.
and they had to put him down at the end.
Okay. I move 40 feet closer.
You're at 200 feet.
What are you doing?
Throw another rock.
Okay.
Actually, never
That's
saw that.
22 to
Just
hit.
my knowledge.
It hits exactly
Yeah.
where you aimed. Bam! And we'll just call it 66. You said time. The average roll is 3.5. 6 times 3.5
It says
is
average hits 30 damage. so-
okay. 30. 30.
Yeah.
You see
15
another
hours in 'em.
huge blast. Okay, this time they back up another 20 feet. They look
gaining.
panicked at this. Huh?
I'm gaining on them.
Yes, you are. You're at 220 feet though. And they fire away again. AC 12, you said?
Yes.
Right? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I'm not running out of time on this either. This is an hour long.
What?
It's an hour long spell.
Well,
Six
presumably,
hits.
if you run out of health, you
It's also concentration, so you should be taking. You should be making concentration saves.
I'll start now.
I mean, I don't care. I think.
Yeah, I think that's a boost.
$35 points.
Okay. Then concentration save, because it's a concentration spell that Brad just pointed out to me. So it's DC is 35 divided by 2, so it's like 18 around. Yep. Maintain concentration.
Cool. Top of the round, you're at 240 feet, or 220 feet, I'm sorry.
We have an additional 40.
Okay, you're at 180.
Make another throw at the rock. That's still 14 to hit
You
ground.
slams into the ground. Huge. These craters, you're destroying Anatolia. Anything else this round?
I can't really do anything.
They fire away at you. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Another fumble card, please.
Yes.
Whoosh, whoosh. Only one hit out of those 6.
Yes.
And 3. Last one.
Dash instead.
3. Only 3.
Dash instead of throwing rocks. You'll get there twice.
I did not think of that. That's why.
There you go.
All right.
I was just wondering. I was like,
The ape hears a voice in his head.
Yeah, here's a voice.
Why am I stopping to throw rocks?
17 points.
I already
down.
told you what my
Okay.
kill was, Arby.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry. And this guy, you see one of them hits himself with an arrow.
15 concentration.
Oh, it takes half damage. If somebody would stick that back in, please. You see the one guy, he goes to fire and he accidentally shoots himself in the leg.
Okay.
Top of the round, you're up. What are you doing?
Dashing towards them, so I move 80 feet and no
80
rock.
feet. Okay, you're at 100 feet. And you do what?
And no rock.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Okay, this time they run backwards a full 30 feet. They're at 130. Anything else that round? No,
Not
no
my
bonus
round.
action. Okay, okay. There's the one guy who's wounded himself. He's not going to fire this round. The other 9 still fire away. Still AC 12. Correct. 1, 2
Yep.
hits.
That makes sense. I was like, where did that crazy number come from?
3, 4.
These guys are killing all sorts of damage.
Well, your AC 12. 5.
True,
5
yeah.
hits.
And there's 10 of them.
Pretty low. Pretty low AC.
My normal AC is only 13 too.
Huh?
My normal AC is 13. That's how much better.
So when you polymorph, you get the monster's AC?
I get everything they have basically.
Okay.
Physically.
Physically, yes.
And mentally, you totally forgot what you were doing.
That's true.
Now you're
polymorph, I
just a
believe.
monkey.
33 points.
30. Ooh, 8 forms at 1.
Roll concentration.
Yep. Need to be at 17 plus 4. Maintain concentration.
Still a monkey.
Yep. I'm at 1 as an ape. I'll move forward another 80 feet.
Okay, you are at 50 feet from them.
Oh.
Okay.
If
Now
anything,
you can
Yeah,
if
now I
anything,
can
it
move.
got
so that's
you
like,
to them without dying.
so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm there now.
Yes.
Yeah. That's my turn.
Okay, that's your turn. And they move back 30 feet and they fire away. Okay.
If even one of them hits spell ends.
One nat 20, please. Send
Of
me
course.
a card. The odds are.
Let me see how much carries over.
maximum.
Well, the rest would be
Okay.
after you turn back.
It's so I have 1, so I take 1 as the ape, and then any excess damage is to me.
Ooh.
That
Ooh.
sucks.
I need to check out the range of fireball
This is Gundrick's last
I think you
ride.
made it.
Mighty
because I can only do
I'm pretty sure you made it.
Oh,
as long
150
as,
feet.
so as long as you don't go down, you definitely made it.
Oh yeah.
oh man.
Oh,
Turns back into a wizard and blows him up.
also
Pull-
Misty
Hopefully.
steps
the
out.
spell
Hopefully.
book that I have from that like one Italian mage guy. There's a spell in here that in Italian translates to giant ball of fire.
There you go.
4th level spell. Let's test that one out.
He says to himself.
Okay, with the max damage, and you get hit in the arm. Which arm? Roll 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, right. 4, 5, 6, left.
1.
Okay, right. Did you have anything in your right hand?
I'm an 8,
The-
so I'm an 8.
Isn't that
That's
The
your
right
rock.
arm is the weird one.
Yeah, is that
Yeah,
my...
you can't really drop it. Okay, 29 points of damage.
Drops the arm.
Okay, I'm at 30.
That really hurt.
And spell ends no matter what, so. And now, my turn.
Yes, absolutely. Top of the round. Your round.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And... New spell.
So how far did you move forward? You moved forward
30.
30. Okay.
Yes.
I had moved him
So
back
still 50.
Okay.
to account for them.
Cool.
So this should be.
Okay. It should be accurate. I
Yep.
got it. Well, I'm just not gonna be able. They're not gonna stand.
I've been moving Gundrick back to.
Oh,
account.
okay. Okay.
It-
Cool.
So to make up for.
Thank you for doing that because I didn't catch it. Appreciate it.
Okay, yeah. So, I'm pretty sure it was the one that was unknown. That was the giant ball fire. So I'm going to cast Pare di Fuoco Grossolana.
Awesome.
I got this one before we started streaming. I've been wanting to test it out because it says unknown. I want to see how much this is.
PG-13. That's Gundrick taking those gambles.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Roll. How
Not
many
supposed to sound
hexes
broke.
are you from? Where are you centering it?
Right in the middle of them.
Okay. Roll 1d4.
1d4. Okay.
Okay.
3.
Times 5.
Time 15.
Okay, 15, and use use this die.
Okay.
Okay, roll it. Okay, count 15 feet. Is it? Yeah, 15 feet from that. Is that what you said? 1d4. Yep. So it'd be 3 hexes from where you centered.
So
it.
5, 10, 15.
Put the die on there. Okay.
Of course, it's aimed towards me.
It's been. I apologize. It's
Yeah.
been. This has been in the stack. Your stuff.
Oh yeah.
Of this mound of stuff back here, but I didn't anticipate it. You're gonna surprise me.
Yeah. There's another one too that I want to test out by Matt Spell Slots.
Okay, what happens when you throw it? It initially expands. The first impact is a 20-foot radius fireball. Okay, so
3. Like these two, I guess.
okay, those two,
Yeah.
and
Well, I think actually this guy as well.
All
Yeah.
four, though.
It should hit these 4.
No, he's just out.
Yeah, that guy's just out.
Yeah, you're getting these 4.
Yeah.
okay, roll 1d4 again.
4.
Yeah, okay, wow. Okay. Okie doke. You see that huge fireball is centered there, and it catches those first 2 guys. Roll. What's your level?
7.
Roll me 7d6, please.
6. 12. 13. 18. 20. 23. 25.
25. Okay, those first 2 guys in the front, you can't see them, but they go down in the fireball.
It was like
Which
these
it would've
first
gotten
4
the
though,
first
yeah.
Okay, those first
Thing
4
is
guys,
filthy.
they go down in the fireball. Okay, put the mark the outer edges of the. It's 4 hexes away, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it is their turn, correct?
Uh-huh.
They run 30 feet back, and so we'll just have to mentally keep track of it. And they don't even, actually, they run 60 feet back. They don't even run.
Oh, they're dashing.
They see this ball of fire. These are not fighters. They just take off running. They don't even fire. And what are you doing?
Screaming, yeah, you better
Top of the round, it's your turn.
Yeah, you better run! And I'm gonna sprint the opposite direction away from them.
Okay.
I'm all powered down.
So you are running at a dash, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you move, you feel this heat at your back as this the ball continues to expand farther out.
Oh, this is like the nuke mate spell from the chariot race. And I'm just gonna keep sprinting away from
Okay,
it.
round 3. You continue to run back. It continues expanding.
Yes. Still dashing away from. Like I see this thing growing, and I do not want to get touched by that.
It keeps growing for 6 rounds.
Dead sprint 6 rounds. Yeah.
Okay, and you just see it like
Gunjoy.
Directed by Michael Bay.
you're running toward the edge of a cliff.
Oh.
You feel this warmth at your back.
He laughs in your pain.
Can I scale the cliff?
Can you scale it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say sure. Athletics disadvantage. I mean, you're kind of like hurtling yourselves off the edge.
All that Gundrick is going to fall off a cliff and die.
I know.
Hey,
Disadvantage.
I'm
Nope.
happy either way.
Yeah, that's 5 total.
Do you have any inspiration? You don't have to use it. It's up to you.
I'm using it.
Okay.
So my better roll was an 18. Now I'm re-rolling the 4.
No.
5 total.
You have how many?
The
10?
dice want you. They want you.
I'm not even worrying about that.
What are you doing?
Falling off a cliff.
Attempting to.
He's got to save those for his death saves.
Yeah. Attempting to scale the cliff. Failing miserably.
Is there water below? Jump.
Okay. You feel this warmth at your back. You hurtle yourself off the. You reach over the edge to try and grab your way around. You feel the warmth leaping at your back, at your hair, singeing away, not mussing it, just leaping away. And you reach to grab what you think is the edge, and you just feel yourself tumbling. And you see this as you fall over backwards. You see this flame come up over the edge and kind of leap around down at the bottom of the cliff. And then you take. Huh?
I almost died to that fireball.
Yeah, right?
No, you got to bounce like at least 3 times off rocks.
Just narrowly avoided doing that.
Then you take 42 points of damage.
And I'm out.
Oh.
You're
I'm out, yeah.
unconscious?
I'm not even close to being up.
Okay.
He's at minus 12.
And everything goes black.
I've taken over 200 points of damage in like a single combat.
If this was 3.5, you're dead.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get back to you. Back on the docks.
We're all
What are you guys
leaning in
doing?
on a crystal ball.
Minus 10.
What are you guys doing?
I relate to the party my feelings about Oda, or about Adelton. Very emphatically.
I think Jomnus doesn't like her.
I don't know
I get
why
the
we
feeling
would
that
like
you
her.
don't like Adelton.
I don't know her.
Am I being that obvious about it? Yes, I don't like her. I don't know why we like her. I don't.
She's standing right there.
No, didn't she leave? She
Yeah,
left.
she left.
Oh,
She left.
I'd
Okay.
say it to her face anyway.
Nah, you would.
I agree. I agree
You
with
would
Jomnus.
anyway, so.
I agree with Jomnus. I don't trust anyone who speaks in riddles.
Oda saved our lives, so I.
and then we made her alive. Do not trust me.
Well, no, that's the reverse order. Actually,
Yeah.
we made.
We made her alive, and then she
And then
said,
she saves her.
wow.
Now that we are here in
Cannot
Constantinople,
I still can't believe
took
we're
my
in this
8th level this
situation.
far.
It's so utterly insane.
now that we are here in
Steve-
Constantinople,
Yeah, what do we have to do in Constantinople? What are we?
Yes. What are we
What are we
doing?
doing?
we should probably ask Oda what she wants to do.
Yes.
Let her decide her destiny
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
she's a free.
Yes, I support
well,
this.
Sure, but
she's
an
engaged.
I want her to know that I don't trust Adelton, and she doesn't know who she is. She said she doesn't know who she is. It
doesn't
sounds
know.
All right, so
familiar.
we'll knock on Oda's door to go in.
It's not her stateroom, what have you. It's just,
The room she's in. It's the room she's in.
this is a wooden room.
Oda.
Yes. Baldur, you're the only one I trust. She grabs you and pulls you into the room.
You know.
Closes the door and she
2
runs
hours
face.
later,
Wait. You got a Ricky. D20 plus 6.
Comes out with an
Did you
alchemist
read
potion.
your herbalism?
Where is it? D100.
Just roll percentile.
It's
Anyway.
This potion's blue.
Oh,
If you
26 minutes.
Anyways. Okay. So
We wanted to
I
know.
digress. I'm
We
sorry.
wanted to know how you felt about this.
I don't know how to feel about it.
I mean, she seems to know you, but
Yes, she does. And it doesn't make any sense. There's something familiar. You told me about her name once before. There's something familiar about her. I don't know what it is, but it's also very awkward and uncomfortable.
and whenever we run into her, she is extremely unforthcoming
There's-
with actual answers.
there's-
I don't think we can trust her.
There's something I don't know, and I just need to figure out what it is.
Yeah, she seems to think you were bringing something to her.
I don't know how I got to Sagut. If I can figure that out, maybe she knows how I got there. If she can figure that out, or tell me that in a way that I believe it and understand it. I mean, I know the name. There's something about the name. Maybe it's just because you told it to me. There's something about the name, but beyond that, it doesn't make any sense to me.
All right. Well, for now, we'll do our best to protect you. Is there anything we can do to help you figure this
I don't know
out?
if I need to be protected from anything. I'm not sure I need to. I was there as a slave. I'm glad to have met you. There was some reason I was given that scroll. And clearly, it took us to where it took us. And that this Edeltine must have known it would. That's the only thing I can think of. So
It appears she
clearly
definitely
I
knew where
knew
the
her
scroll went.
before.
She definitely knew where the scroll sent us. She said she was going to get somebody that would help us figure this out. So I guess we're gonna have to wait to see who she brings back.
If you don't mind, I'd rather just stay here for right now.
That's fine. We have some business to attend to in the city, so you stay here, and we'll be back soon.
That would work well. Thank you.
No problem. All right, where are we heading, guys? First order of business.
What are our main purposes in the city?
We should probably go to Theodore Metakites.
Yeah, I know that.
He is advisor to the emperor here, the ruler here. Who? What's the title of the person who runs Constantinople?
Emperor, the Byzantine Emperor.
The Byzantine emperor. And Theodore was the advisor, or what was his?
He seems to be I mean, I don't know if he had an exact, if he gave you an exact title. I think he was kind of like the equivalent of the hand.
Okay.
As somebody who's currently watching.
Good. Okay. All right.
Did we need to get the boy like a job or something in the palace?
Yeah. So we'll take Bazan's son.
Yeah.
We were meant to establish him in Constantinople somehow.
Right.
And
right,
I feel like
getting him.
we
ward
put him in the
or
palace.
something.
Just that he, even if he's a stable boy or whatever they decide they want to do with him, he'll
Could
be
a
safe
ward
there.
or
And
something.
yeah, or
Just-
squire or whatever.
Yeah.
Just don't take the head off the bag.
Yes. Yeah. We
With
should
him
definitely be tasteful in regards to decapitating.
Yeah, because that's the guy you're supposed to deliver.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't think it's possible for me to forget.
It's probably less
so-
information you need to put into said head.
I'm just making sure because my character wasn't here
Right.
for that. So
All right, so that's two things that we need to do,
Yes.
or three, I guess.
Yes. So, well, we need to. Pretty much, we need to talk to Theodore, and we need to bring Bazan's son here somewhere. Establish him. That's pretty much all we have to do.
let's go do that.
So let's do that.
Yeah, easy.
So we grab the sun. We grab.
At some point, we're going to have to find some way to magically send messages as well.
I can send 25 words at a time.
How many times can you cast that in a row?
At least twice.
Maximum, I can do it
That's twice.
5 times. But that
uses
all
up
of my
everything,
heavy
yeah.
hitting stuff would be done at that point. It takes a lot of spiritual energy to be able to do this.
I can imagine.
You wouldn't understand.
I don't mean to brag, but you know, it's a pretty powerful spell, and I'm a pretty awesome spellcaster. So
Yes, you can make flashy lights happen and people die.
I can
Guy reveals his
also
whole backstory and he changes his whole attitude.
I can also make flashy lights and heal people. So I'm not all death, just mostly.
Very oversimplified.
But how do you differentiate between the flashy lights?
I asked Sarenrae, hey, I need a good one. I need a good light. I need a bad light. That's like shorthand, but that's, you know.
Okay.
We have keywords and safe words and stuff. So.
All right, to the city.
So you have a safe word?
Code words, I meant. That was a Freudian slip. Who's Freud? To the Emperor!
The Emperor.
Oh no, we gotta go shopping though. We gotta go. We need to go shopping.
I can't. No.
Okay, we're
I don't
going
think
to
we're
the.
gonna have England, but I think,
know.
you know, I'm sure there's.
We're gonna talk with
somewhere in
the
Constantine
guy.
there's
Right?
an animal.
Not a zoo, but you know.
Yeah. There's gotta be a dude with a stall.
Yes.
saying, hey, check out all my dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
And we go like, we want to attack.
Like the.
We need to look for that.
Me.
What?
It's
Oh,
the
that's
shady
like
guy in the
animals.
alley with the
Oh, yeah,
trench
so-
coat. Just
so,
look for that
Yeah.
guy.
So it's more than one of us wants to
to
find.
go to like some sort of an animal.
We need like a bazaar or something.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure they're just a dude in the marketplace.
Yeah.
Constantinople has everything.
Yes.
They gotta have like.
So on our way to the Emperor, we will look for some sort of merchant selling animals.
Specifically monkeys.
Well, specifically
other
many
foreign
things.
Whatever Kip's looking
dangerous.
Exotic beasts.
You know that just need training.
Leaving the port and entering the walled part of the city, you note many, many merchants. By land and sea from all parts of the world, from Babylon to Mesopotamia, from Media to Persia, from Egypt to Palestine, as well as Russia, Hungary, Serbia, Lombardy, Aragon, and Spain. They all come to Constantinople to trade.
It's everything.
I told you.
This is probably the largest city you've ever
Yeah,
seen.
it's like the center of the world to me.
As you're wandering through weaving through the streets, there is literally anything you could imagine, and then some. There's hawkers of all types trying to sell virtually anything you can think of, and some that you're offended by, and some that you're just absolutely amazed by. Shalom. You had previously sent out a message to Kosei Mahal.
Yes.
You had said to him, southeast of Sagut, ghostly creatures were released from a blue crystal. Ghosts create zombies. Crystal partially destroyed. Beware.
Yes.
I think you said turkey, but I paraphrased it.
Okay. Yeah.
You hear a reply in your head. My fellow Christian, thank you. Those of you who see walking with Shalom, see that he pauses as if something going on. Because you're processing the information in your brain at the same time.
Do you see them too?
My fellow Christian, thank you. These are terrible times. Things didn't go as planned for me either. I was attempting to pass Osman's lines, but there's a pause in the communication, just for a moment, and then it starts again. I was taken en route to Sagut. I I know not what will come, but it has been a good life. Safe travels to you, my friend. And then the message ends. You're in the streets of Constantinople. You see up ahead of you the giant hippodrome where all of you present were there at one time. And then beyond that, somewhat adjacent to it as well, the Palace of Blackernese.
Oh, sorry, Tom. What's a hippodrome?
Hippodrome.
I apologize if I was supposed to. That was something I should know.
Actually,
the
you were
chariot
not
races.
there. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
The
You were
massive
not
horse
there.
racing course.
Oh, so it's like okay.
It's
yeah.
like it's like,
Like
a
an
Colosseum.
arena, but a coliseum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
The Circus Maximus was a hippodrome.
What are you looking for in town?
I will approach the hippodrome. I want to see if there's any scheduled races.
Also, the animals you guys were looking for.
Yeah.
But since we're at the arena,
He said he was captured.
What?
I want to find a blacksmith.
someone that simple.
I ordered armor in.
This is a
Oh, you did, and you haven't shipped it.
slightly different picture
Okay.
of it,
Yeah.
of the city. I mean, I have a closer picture if you need it.
But the hippodrome.
But the Hippodrome is the large arena in the center of the city. It's huge. It's absolutely astronomically large. At one end, the eastern end, which in the picture it comes to a flat end, there's a palace. It looks like more like a collection of buildings. Palace is very loose. I'm sorry, you were speaking?
He said he was captured on the way to Sugu. Is that?
Yeah. I mean, he said, I'll tell you one more time. He said, my fellow Christian, thank you. These are terrible times. Things didn't go as planned for me either. I was attempting to pass Osman's lines, but you know, that's 25 words. And he continued, that was his response to your sending message. But then he can send a message once a week as well. And he says, I was taken and en route to Sugut. I know not what will come, but it has been a good life. Safe travels to you, my friend. So you would know that you sent him a message.
Okay.
He replied to your message.
And then he sent me a message.
He sent you a message, so you can reply, but it will be a week before then he could then reply back. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. I hope I'm doing it right. Keep me honest. You're the sending experts.
Yeah.
I thought it was 20 words.
It's 25, I thought.
It is 25.
I know it's 20.
Yeah.
But you corrected. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
good with that. But you can reply once, right?
Yep.
Yes.
You can reply with your own 25-word message.
So you guys have like a sending stone. So, but it's not like a normal one. You can use it once a week, so that you can send a message, he can reply,
And
or
I-
he can send a message, and then you can reply.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna play my.
city we were in.
Understood?
I
Yep.
wasn't able to pick it up
Yep.
because we
Wisely done.
So I want to put it on there.
All right.
So you had to
What are
ship
you
it.
looking for?
I was just looking for a schedule on the hippodrome. See
You
if
go
there's
up
any
to
races.
it, and you see that there's what languages do you read? You read Hellenic.
Yes.
You're with him. You look up at it. You might scratch your head a bit. Kip would say, "There's a race. There's a series of races the day after tomorrow."
Oh, right.
I really hope I'm back by then.
You up for a chariot race?
I've never driven a chariot before.
We've only done it once before.
We did.
We were okay.
That ended so well.
We were pretty good. I think
the
the champions.
race did
I think the champions here need to
well.
bring their name back to this town.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time we encountered the nuke mage.
Hopefully,
But yes.
hopefully
you are
that
out
doesn't
of character.
happen.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You intend to enter this.
He's dead now.
I love a good competition.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, we were set to win before we were so rudely interrupted. That's very flippant
Yes.
about it.
This time, this time we will win.
Mass murder rudely interrupted your entertainment.
Jomnus in
You almost
reality
won.
would not be that flippant about that.
I understand.
This
But-
time we will win.
I think a little bit of sport might do us well. I think Corinth here would agree. Yeah, I'm gonna be late. So wait, when is the next race?
Kip
tomorrow.
says day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow. Okay.
Funny squeeze.
Sure. I think we should look
According
into,
to this squiggly line here, followed by this triangle.
Judging by the sun.
Alright,
Why
well,
not?
I hate to delay our purpose, but my coffers are getting,
yes, I have a couple pieces of jewelry.
and we should try to replenish our funds for the upcoming trip to France. Yes.
Sorry, I don't share your pain of this running out of money.
Do you have money to spare?
I have a lot.
So,
You don't remember the donkey that follows me, full of cash?
Would we know how much money you have? Have you kept it secret?
you also don't remember the
I've been
magic
trying,
gold
honestly,
ring?
like when you
honestly,
clinks.
if we, I know we never put a weight on money, but I've been logistically trying to figure out what do I do with it once it really gets to the point where
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just too much.
You can buy me a pen.
So I got to come up with some kind of physical way that I'm gonna keep my gold. But
Full set of gold
maybe
armor.
I can like,
You set of armor.
Open up your bag.
I can set you up with some armor.
Transfer it all to
Yours
platinum.
looks pretty tired.
It's also very loud. Very loud.
All right.
It's hard to be sneaky and stealthy.
Okay.
A menagerie. We need a menagerie.
So perhaps hit up the best blacksmith in town
Of
to
course.
spend some coin.
Of course.
I have a couple pieces of jewelry I'd like to sell.
The bazaar
Yeah.
or a pet menagerie.
Yes, we're looking for that.
Okay.
Pet menagerie.
I'm going to look for a jeweler. This piece of quartz might be worth something.
Yes,
and
well, I too have some jewelry I'd like to get appraised.
Okay, so you meander through the streets. It is utter chaos. There's all very narrow lanes, the bazaars and the overhangings and the whatever the wares are literally right out in the street. People are, as you pass by, trying to sell you stuff. What are you looking for?
Before that, Tom, was there some place that we should have signed up for chariot races or something?
You didn't see anything right there.
Okay. There was nothing that I can read that said like where to go to register or anything like that. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So a jewelry store, blacksmith, menagerie.
And a menagerie. Yeah.
All right. So we are looking for a place that sells or appraises and buys jewelry. I imagine, right? And then a blacksmith. So if we see one of those along the way,
Best blacksmith.
the best blacksmith.
How would you know the best?
Because it would say outside, "World Best Blacksmith."
It's like in New York, like world's best cup of coffee. It's like we're looking for that.
Congratulations!
You see a jeweler. It's AAA jewelry.
We buy gold up on the front.
AAA.
We buy
This
gold.
place must be good.
We are first in the book. We must be the best. And there's a man there. His name is Dimitri.
I am a merchant.
And he
so-
says, and you see other jewelers
Plus
up and down as well. But he says, yes, we even use European language, so many would recognize this. It is written in something called the Adventurer's Cat. He's speaking to you in Hellenic. He doesn't. I don't speak it, but
Oh, and then I'll beckon Mattias over, and I will take out an amulet and a ring, and I will show it to him, and I will ask him how much.
what do you want to do with it?
How much?
You want to sell it?
Yes,
It is very expensive to resell things, you know.
but you're so good.
Yes, this is AAA.
Yes. If you do not, many of your friends might.
This is true. He looks them over. You have an amulet, and what do you
Yeah.
have?
No. Is it an amulet? I think it's an amulet. It could be a bracelet. I apologize.
I just feel like that
I looked
since
at it
I'm not there,
before.
he's gonna
Which
rip us
ones they
off
were.
so hard.
Yeah. Well, they were non-magical
He'll be
because
honest,
they
we
were
just
not
won't steal
detected
the
by
money back.
Jomnus. Oh, it's a ring and a bracelet. I apologize. Not
Oh,
a
ring,
bracelet.
okay.
Ring and bracelet.
He looks over the rings.
They were the ones found in the cave. Yes.
He says, for both of them, the bracelet is much more valuable than the ring. Is 30 gold. I will give you 30 gold. It is a very fair price.
Yeah. Does he seem like he's just selling me? Like, am I able to determine that?
I mean, you know that he has to make a profit too. I mean, you know that if you were to set up a shop, you could get more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just common sense. But you would also know you're not you've traveled at least from Scotland across
Yeah,
Europe
I'm
somehow.
outside.
The guy's got to make a living.
Yeah. Okay. So I will just say thank you for your time.
Unfortunately.
Oh,
And then,
okay. If you wish to change your
Let
mind.
the other players have it.
I think
I step forward. Do you deal in uncut gems?
Well, yes. I mean, I don't. I mean, not normally. I send them to somebody to recut them. But are you looking for something? He says I can show you.
To sell something to you.
What do you have?
I pull out the 3-pound piece of quartz I took with me.
Oh, quartz. Yes, this is. You want to sell it?
Yes.
The going rate throughout town is 5 to 8 pounds, 5 to 8 gold per pound. He said, I will give you 7, or you can bargain. You might get 5 someplace else.
No, 7 per pound. You said
Yes.
that seems fair.
He goes in the back. He rummages through and he pulls out 21 pieces of gold, and it gives you 21 pieces of gold.
Thank you. Pleasure doing business.
There's nothing glowing in any.
he's like Thanos.
Not until the crystal comes back.
Yeah.
It spreads throughout the city.
And then they all activate.
There was this man with his red and white teeth marks on his cloak.
3,000 years from now, you're gonna regret that.
This family heirloom. So I will start going down the line to get the jewelry appraised
Okay.
to see if any of them will offer more than
They
30
seem to fall. A couple do. They fall within like plus or minus 20%. Somebody offers you 36. Somebody offers you 24.
So I will take the highest offer. Then.
Okay. Somebody comes along, offers you 36.
Okay.
And his name is Satis.
Yes, I'm not spelling it. Yes.
Stathis. You did not, and you sold yours to
Stathis.
Dimitri.
Yes.
He was triple E.
Yes. He was triple E.
Of course I can. You just want a piece of paper, a piece of card?
Your whole name is supposed to
He was quad A.
You were just going
New guy in town.
triple B, triple C until you found the right one.
All right. So 36.
New guy in town. Quad A jewelers.
Thank you for doing this.
Satis says, yes, if you have any more to sell.
Good, Stathis. I will remember. Stathis, where would you recommend a very fine blacksmith?
Oh, there is Parakivas. He is just up the street, over there. He is very good.
Is he the best?
Yeah.
Because we're willing to pay for it.
Yes, he is very good. He is very good. I'm not a blacksmith, but he is very good.
All right. And then while we walk around, I'll ask some other people who they recommend as a blacksmith.
A few recommend Parakivas. A few others represent Nistas. Seems like it'd be a mix.
We'll check out this Parakivas.
Parakivas.
Para what?
Parakivas.
Parakivas.
Kivas.
Got it.
Parakivas.
Pausing there for a moment, jumping back to the happy Gundry.
Turn the unconscious, bleeding out Gundry.
Yep.
I will wait. I'll check the Yelp reviews on Patakivas.
Gotta give this.
Magical gem outside. You tap it. 2 out of 5 stars.
Just a big tablet outside his door.
So like, people just keep scratching at it.
Would not recommend.
Yeah.
I'm not ignoring it.
Armor bunched
not
in the
gonna be
nether
interested
regions.
in it.
1 out of 5. Would not recommend.
The blacksmith's just the same guy in a wig.
We need to check ye oak.
Yelp.
Ye old elf.
Ye old oak.
Everything's dark at the moment. You hear the sound of the water. And you can feel yourself rocking back and forth. You're just kind of rocking back and forth. And your eyes slowly open. And you're not an ignorant fool. You can tell you're on a ship.
Yeah.
And you feel it just kind of waffling around. You look down and you see yourself bound to a chair. Your left arm is bound to what appears to be an arm of a chair. Your right arm is bound to your back. And your legs are bound in front of you and together. And something is wedged in your mouth.
And there
What?
you go, my spouse.
And it tastes absolutely hideous. It tastes like a combination of some type of heavy citrus. And at the same time, do you like lima beans?
I've never had one.
And like lima beans in your mouth. It's like, and you sit there. Go ahead.
Can I like spit it out?
It's like, imagine, I don't know how much internet surfing you've done. But imagine something wedged in your mouth and tied around your head.
I think I've read about this.
Okay.
What
It
is-
doesn't spit out easily.
What is on my person?
And your right arm is completely numb.
My right arm's
It's
like
kind of
this.
bound like behind you, in between the back of the chair and your back itself.
Yeah.
You can't really tell what's on you because your left arm is tied to an arm of a chair, and your right arm is bound behind you. You seem like whoever did this
No.
thinks they thought it through.
Right. Can I like try and punch the back of the chair with my right arm, see if it like causes an explosion or something?
You're like, where'd you get punch it? What do you mean by punch it?
Like, say it's like here. Do I have like this wiggle room to try and like hit it?
It's kind of like, imagine like this. Go like this with your back, your hand, and push it against the chair.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody thought through this.
Okay. I was just going to start making a bunch of loud noises.
You hear others screaming on board the vessel. And some of it sounds like the villagers you heard before.
Nice. Are my legs bound to the chair, or are they just bound to each other?
They're bound to each other. They're bound to the chair.
Okay.
You're inside what appears to be a 7-foot square room. Shifting about, you also notice there's a hole in the seat. And whoever put you in this seat somewhat pulled your robes up around you.
Not intending for me to get out anytime soon.
Should you need
Yeah.
to relieve yourself, you have a methodology to do so.
Yeah.
You sit there for a while.
Can I like stand up like on my toes and all, like lift up the chair from the floor?
Try to. Sure. Roll a strength check with disadvantage. Sure.
It's disadvantaged though. 15 total.
You kind of wobble around a bit, and then you fall over on your side, and you're still tied into the chair the same way, and the chair is now laying on its side.
Do I have any way to move the chair up and off, like off the ground even a little, and then bring it back down?
You could probably put your head down a little bit and try to lift it.
Careful not to dislocate your shoulder.
Yeah, I know.
It hurts a lot.
I'm just going to try and like keep banging the chair on the floor, see if it can break.
After a few bangs, the door opens to the room. A figure walks in.
Telepathically say to him, "Who the hell are you?"
He carries in another chair and he sits down across from you. He says, "I hope you don't soil yourself. And we put that board there underneath that chair just for you."
Once again, who the hell are you?
I am Nicole Tukari.
Nicole Tukade.
Yes, Sahib. You are obviously a very dangerous man.
What makes you say that?
Well, when we captured some of those individuals up on the tundra above, they regaled us with some of your escapades, if you will. And I am torn. I am intrigued. They pleaded with me to kill you.
You made a smart choice not doing so.
And though I am a slave trader, I have a conscience. So, he pulls out a scimitar and he gently lowers it onto your leg as you're laying on your side. And he says, "Tell me, why should I not kill you?"
Because I can be valuable to you.
That is what I thought. I thought, this man, if he is this dangerous, he can be incredibly valuable. But how do I get anything out of this deal without getting killed myself?
Oh, that's simple. I'm greedy.
Well, it's not like talking like this.
Well,
Really?
telepathically.
Oh, you're
Yeah, I can telepathically
okay.
speak to him.
Interesting.
Just make me an offer. If I find it fair, I'll take the job. You heard about how powerful I am. Surely someone like me as a protector of your ship would be useful.
While you're looking up at him, you feel the chair being lifted up. You sense that there's two people behind you, and they lift the chair up and they tilt it back in place.
So those two guys are just seeing like a one-sided conversation.
I'm sorry?
So those two guys are just like seeing a one-sided conversation. Like he just keeps talking to me.
Yeah. And then they leave the room and you hear the door close. The sword is now resting at the top of your thighs, pointing at your belly. So I make you an offer. I have given you some information. I told you my name.
That's true.
Move over, big
I
boy.
told you what I do for a living.
That's also true.
Now, why don't you share some information with me?
What would you like to know?
Why are they so scared of you?
I touched some crystal, thinking it might be valuable. You clearly saw what my hand looks like.
Yes, that is why it is bounty on back.
Do you know anything about that?
No, but I know that you're a dangerous man, and dangerous men can be very valuable.
Is he
So what is your name?
my name?
Yes.
Matthias, and I don't know his last name.
Bathory.
Of Bathory.
Bathory?
Matthias of Bathory.
My name is Matthias of
Oh,
Bathory.
there was an of in there. Strange middle name.
Matthias of Battery. Matthias of Battery.
I like the money.
So, Matthias of Battery. What are you worth, and to who?
Oh, I am worth a lot to many people.
Uh-oh.
Like who?
We lost his audio.
This is audio.
Do we really want it right now?
Why are my ears burning?
Matthias of Battery, what are you worth? And as you are sitting there, you hear a voice in your head.
What does it say?
It says, "Greetings, Gundrick. This is Farak Kushatsma Isagi.
Farak?
It has been a while since we last spoke. How is my Venetian envoy coming without arrangement?"
You know, we're getting along. Is this the guy who broke me out of like the tower when they wanted to cut off my hand?
No.
That's the guy who gave him the identify spell.
This is the guy who gave you the pearls, taught you the identify spell, and you
Yep,
agreed
okay.
to be his envoy
Passing out the drugs.
VIPC8.
to set up his shipping routes to Venice. Yes, he was the drug dealer.
The ambassador to the servant of Osmi-Ghazi. That's why I wrote
You
down.
want to see him with that. That's fine.
Yeah, that's why I wrote down for
Okay,
his
whatever you
description.
want to call him is up to you. Help me out here, you mages. Can he respond in sending with his brain, or does he need to speak?
That is
an excellent
interesting question. Yeah.
You don't have to respond.
I
right
think
away.
it's. I want to say that only the person sending can hear when they respond. It's also.
Yeah, but the person that you're speaking, your reply, do you have to verbalize it to send it, or can you do it with your head?
I would imagine you'd have to verbalize it, because otherwise
Yeah, so
every
do I.
thought that you have...
That's what I'm going to say for right now.
Go
The
through
thing is,
25
too,
pages
I can also like
quicker.
directly communicate telepathically.
The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes it as the sender, and can answer in a like manner immediately. And it says you send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with you or familiar. It doesn't specify.
But does it say V next to it, like vocal? Like you have to...
What
It
happens
does say verbal.
Okay, here's what I'm going to rule right
Yeah,
now,
so
unless
it's
I find out something else. First of all, you don't have to reply immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
You
but
need a
that you
short
heard
piece of
it.
copper wire.
Yes.
I'm going to say that you have to use your
Unless
mouth.
it's-
For right now, I'm going to say that. If I don't, so, but knowing that you don't have to reply right now, you may want to think about what you want to reply anyway. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Fair enough?
Yeah.
And then if I hear otherwise,
His arm.
we'll
It-
decide.
yeah.
Okay, so
I'm going to talk to Nikolai now and be like, have you heard of the Champions of the Sun?
Nick, I have not heard of them. Are they very rich?
Extremely so.
Very well. What are you proposing? Matthias of Battery.
I am proposing that you help me track them down. I seem to have been disconnected from them. In return, until we find them, I'll help you protect your ship.
And how do you propose that I track down these people that I do not know?
Look for danger.
Look for danger.
They're adventurers. They run towards danger. They try and help people. It's a very heroic thing that they do.
I will make you a deal. I am going to the slave traders in Constantinople. If, before we get there, you can propose some, work out something where I can find these people, fine. If not, I sell you in Constantinople. Fair enough?
Deal.
Fair enough. I'm not going to let you out of this chair, by the way. And thank you for letting us know that we need to secure it.
Can you at least do me a favor and remove this gag? I can barely breathe through my nose.
No, that gag is a combination of some spices, lemon, and something called Indian pea. Have you ever heard of it?
Have I?
You're a mage of sorts. Roll like an Arcana check.
Ooh, I actually have proficiency in that one. 18.
You've heard of it. You know that it numbs your jaw. Or Indian pea can have a slightly paralyzing effect when used in massive quantities.
Yes, you are killing.
So even if you remove it, you're not going to be able to cast it.
You see, my fear is that if I take that out of your mouth, you're going to use it, your mouth, to do something bad. So for right now, we have an accord.
Wait, I actually have a way to track them. You said Constantinople, right?
Yes, I'm listening.
Well, they might be heading there. Big trade city, as you know. Various offers come and go among the group. There's like a chariot track there, the hippodrome. I believe that if there's a race going on, then they will be there. We competed in the last one and we won. So why wouldn't we test our luck again there?
So what are you proposing?
It's a stretch.
That I sell you in the hippodrome?
I'm proposing that you escort me to the hippodrome so that I can find my allies. They can pay you very handsomely for my return.
I will think that over. We have a few days to get there. Very well. Okay, back with the party.
How did you jump off a cliff?
Or rather, you're in the
Why are my
constant.
ears burning?
It's the middle of summer. Did you take your helmet off?
Welcome back, Brian.
My ears don't burn, they're tucked.
Silly.
Ah, Boris.
Still,
I didn't see you
Been
there.
here this whole time.
Did you pay?
You just hear.
So, blacksmith?
Okay, I
Relax
got
me.
your message. You know that he can't reply for a little while. Okay, cool.
It's,
Okay.
Arceus.
Hopefully he's going to be alive.
The best blacksmith in all of Constantinople, according to ye old Yelp.
We'll see.
Just before the first second.
Okay, you're meandering through the streets of Constantinople, reviewing and purchasing and selling some wares. You came to the blacksmith.
Yes, I am there.
I've already forgotten the name.
Parakivas.
Parakivas, thank you. Parakivas. Yes. May I help you, sir?
Yes, I certainly hope so. You come highly recommended. We've been told you are the best blacksmith in the city.
Thank you.
Sounded like a combination of the best and the worst at the same time.
Best blacksmith. I'm sorry. I just woke up.
Thank you.
It's the best
You're
or the
welcome.
worst.
Yeah. the
I'm looking.
worst.
I need armor to protect myself in combat.
Highly recommended on Ye Old Elf.
Ye old elf.
And what type of armor? are you looking
Exactly the time we did the last time.
I would like. I'd like some rates. I'm looking for either a breastplate or half plate.
I really don't want to manage on stuff.
And we have my financier father here.
The $1 million man.
Don't tell him I have a
breastplate?
lot of money.
Say
Okay.
that. You just said you have the money.
Yes, and there's lots of bills we must pay.
Breastplate. Yeah. He starts measuring you up and down, and
Did a lot of push-ups on the boat.
Did you? Why did you gain
You're puffing your chest out.
Oh, did you
No,
put your
I'm not-
points in
what?
strength? Did you put your points in strength?
No, I put my points in dex.
Oh, okay.
So I'm leaner, but it's lean muscle.
Oh, okay.
Always
So we leveled before last session, right? Is that what you're saying?
I leveled as a result of last session.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And I put my points in dex. Woo. So we got
Oh, yeah.
I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put my points.
My
Strength, like always.
Yeah, mine's going to intelligence.
Can you use Dex on a half blade?
Well, I have this right now, so just pumping that up will change. It will only be upside.
So,
But if I get breastplate,
just so that I understand, are you looking for a breastplate or half plate? Or what are you looking
I was looking for the going rates for both.
for half plate, like a suit of half plate?
Yes. For both, because I want to see the prices and I want to determine whether we can afford it, and whether by the price it will be worth it.
Oh, Baldur can afford it.
For the
You
price.
guys are horrible hagglers. Don't tell him we can afford it.
No.
We're weary travelers with not much coin.
That
We'll
was
get
talking to
however
the
many
DM. That
eyes.
wasn't talking to the.
I'll get you however many eyes he needs.
Could you imagine? Could you
Roll a
imagine?
persuasion
We'll be right back.
Whatever would be haggling.
It gets that bad.
Few hours of mass murder later. So
Am I aided by my financier on my persuasion haggling check?
As he's like standing there, clink, 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 clink.
I'll stand right behind him
Oh,
in
sure.
an aggressive fashion right behind him.
Baldur
You
uses
need
that,
What?
You need
being
it.
a bad
Is he allowed to help me with that?
symbol with the
Assuming
can-
you're
that'd be
trying to
advantage.
haggle and save
I
money.
can just kind of get more intimidating and just
Do you
stand
want to
there.
intimidate him?
No, just jingle your purse or something.
No, I don't know.
How would I aid you?
Just jingle
It's
your
not going to
purse.
lower the price.
Well, all right.
Oh yeah, you probably don't want his charisma bonus.
Right?
No, never
I'll
mind.
use one of those.
Yeah,
bad
no,
boys.
he's probably not that good. Not gonna help you.
That's better. What is it? Persuasion at 13.
13. He says, for breastplates, 360 gold, and for half plate, 675. That is very good price. You're not from here. In your lands, you probably pay at least half that more. You probably know that that's true.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's from here.
But you know,
But
this is
I-
like a
you know, I
conduit.
understand
People
what
buy
you're saying.
stuff from here and sell it elsewhere.
I mean, I've seen a couple other blacksmiths who selling
Yes.
selling this for cheaper, but
If you try to buy this in Brazil, it's going to be 4 times more.
so
You get what you pay for.
So, before we went on the job, we would have talked about this. The breastplate keeps my AC the same, but I don't have disadvantage on stealth. And the half plate, I maintain disadvantage on stealth, but it bumps my AC up by 1.
It's up to you.
You are the financier.
Wait, what?
Just roll it down.
Whichever one you
Are
want.
you willing to spring for the?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
So aren't we owed money for when we deliver this head?
Oh yeah, we probably should have saved shopping for after.
Right?
Well, it's fine
owed
for
money.
now.
We're owed money for that.
We gotta get him
He's
making
going to
it.
have to make it.
Yeah.
anyway.
All right. So we'll get him started. I'd like to order half plate, sir.
Very well. You pay me half now and half when you pick it up.
Sure. Can we arrange that?
Of course. Let me just get through here.
Squish, squish.
Ignore the blood.
Your blood money.
And a couple of eyes fall too.
No eyeballs.
I think he wanted him out on the table. Is that chocolate candy? I'm hungry.
It's hot glue. Would you like some?
Oh no.
Okay, so
Messes with my stomach.
you shell out the half of the 675, whatever that
That'd be
is, rounds up to down to
335.
Okay.
337.
337. I'm broke.
Are you actually?
Because I could afford half of it.
He's carrying
Don't
around
worry about it.
1,000 gold coins.
Don't worry about it.
Santa Claus.
The amount of help
that's
you've
true.
given this party.
I'll pay you back when we.
The amount of help you've given us.
Oh man, I just got
Your
the-
armor is
Yeah,
more
you
than
don't get it.
tired. I'm
You
happy
need
to
to
buy
do
you a new one.
I
You're a
got
true
36
friend,
gold
Wolf.
from selling.
What was it? 317.
337.
That's all you need.
Okay. As you continue, do you continue on?
Oh yeah.
Unless anybody else wants
Anything
no,
else
we-
that- looking for
visit
anything
the
else?
Yeah, so I think we wanted to look for a some sort of like a menagerie of a
There
place
is
that,
literally a menagerie of everything you can
no
imagine.
specific kind though. One that would sell or the wild animals.
Like I said, you could find
Yes. So that's
all
what-
different types of things for sale here.
Menagerie.
Before we leave, did he say when he would be able
says,
to have it by?
He says, is 4 days all right?
Can you be 3?
I can try.
Okay, 3 or 4 days. Thank you.
Is that all right?
We ended up
You,
being 2.
you truly are the city's finest bud. Whatever you're doing.
Is it the best?
Parakeebus.
Yes.
It's the best, the same as the finest.
Well, he was the world's best. Now he downgraded to city's finest.
No, it's not a downgrade.
The street, this alleyway is best.
The best blacksmith in this blacksmith.
That's when we get back. That's
In
when we
this
come back and see
particular
what he builds
blacksmith
for
shop.
The second best blacksmith in the
Constantinople is the
building.
second best city in the world. So
In the room.
What's the
Just say.
first?
Venice.
Back in game, can we kind of just, as we leave, can we look around at his work and see, is it of par? Is it?
It seems.
Is it good?
Seems good quality.
It's got like a floppy sword in the corner.
Right. Like if he's showing off his best work and it's not great.
Yeah.
All right.
He didn't
so we
seem
have
like
3
a
or 4
hard
days.
salesman. I mean, he seemed like
Just
he
wants to do his
probably does all right.
He's an honest man.
Someone
doing
who's
honest
about to
work.
trade, not the money. That's what we want.
Yeah. I think this was a good goal.
All right.
We just need to stick around. And not long enough to pick it up.
To the menagerie.
Yes.
Menagerie.
I can cross off Silatia, the Bazaar.
I mean, maybe I'll be back.
Your breastplate there.
Yeah.
Who knows? You might be back, right?
We paid in
I'll
full,
leave it in.
so...
I'll leave it in the notes.
Wait, you already paid someone?
Yeah, I paid.
Yes, Jomnus commissioned a breastplate from Silatir in the bazaar near the Tutorin Tavern in Sigut.
Yep.
She is stoic and
Oh, in
callous.
Sagut.
She,
Yeah, I paid in
she
full.
will pay him back. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Yikes.
That's right. Actually, you overpaid slightly.
That is possible.
Well, when we go, then I get a free breastplate.
Yeah.
I can't wear.
I
Yeah.
can't wear.
Yeah, the next time you're in Sigut, right?
You can't wear it, but you have to carry it.
Kip,
Yeah.
what kind of
Because
beast
God knows
are you
you're just
looking
going to
for?
wander through the streets of Sigut looking shopping.
feeling
Next time
like-
you're there. Yeah.
I don't know.
Do leather.
All right, so Kip
Yeah,
is
I do
looking
leather. Is that
for
needed?
animals.
Do leather, hide,
Animals.
studded
Animals.
leather. That's it, I
And
think.
so am I.
Okay, you eventually see a couple bazaars. You hear the birds chirping away, and there's all a myriad of animals, and there's somebody's got like a small, what's that tiny monkey called?
The one that I want. That's the one.
Capuchin?
A capuchin?
Capuchin? He's got a capuchin.
The little monkey with the hat. That
Is that
runs
the
around.
kind of
Around
beast you're
his
looking
head.
for, Kip?
He
I
runs
think
around and
that's
does
kind of beast
tricks.
you're looking for.
Smokes a
What kind of
cigarette.
beast are you looking for?
I
I
imagine
was thinking about a.
Giant
a
tiger.
big church
See what
somewhere
they
in
have.
here.
Get a bear.
There is.
Poisonous snake.
So I'm
Bears
gonna
are
visit
good.
church,
The what?
do some prayers, and I'm gonna meet them later
I would say
because I have no
not
no
metagaming.
intention of buying anything.
Not metagaming. I would say a wolf because pet tactics. But that's
I have a wolf.
two of them.
Yes.
You see all
Six
manner of
wolves.
things. There is a monkey there. There is a huge church. Roll a, roll a, Jomnus, you also,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry to interrupt. That's cool.
No. We
You
were-
also
we were-
see a huge church, larger than any you've ever seen. Shalom, you see Shalom looking off toward it. Okay? You start to go in that direction
Yes,
while
and
they're
then
still
I'll
shopping.
meet you later somewhere.
Fair enough.
I'm
Is
gonna.
this like right where the animals are? Like are we at that moment
Yeah.
too?
Mhm.
So I'm just really like, God be with you. Oh, puppies.
What denomination is the church?
How would you know that?
Is there like a
Look
cross-
for
is there, like,
religious
Cross on top
symbology.
of it.
I would imagine it's Orthodox.
Like a cross or
You
a
can-
star or whatever a church would have on it.
You don't see see any. You see it up there in
There's
the
a bunch of people
where
with
my
hoods out
finger
front
is.
chanting.
Yeah.
There's no like stained glass windows I can see from out here or anything.
From your distance in an alleyway, no, you cannot.
That's the church I want to go to.
It is impressive, though. Even as a clerk, you would think it was very, very, very impressive.
Your God needs no building.
This is
the cross that we see.
That is true.
This is not right.
Something like that.
Just like mine.
She deals in
All of mine.
On that note, we will be right back. Thank you for watching
There's an
advantage.
Carpathian Adventures.
Just pounce.
On Seven-Sided Die, the characters are in Constantinople, shopping, and Gundrick is somewhere on a boat in the Mediterranean. He had been unconscious for a few days. He woke up strapped to a chair. Back with the party. Gundrick, while they're shopping away, you bob about in this chair. They bring food into you. Unless there's something you're going to do. They're not hurting you. They're treating you.
Wait. If they bring food into me, so they had to take the gag out eventually.
Yes. They take the gag out.
Can I
let you eat?
Can I speak at all?
Imagine talking like this.
Have you ever gone to the dentist?
But I mean, his wolf should
Yeah,
be
God.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, your mouth has been numbed.
Is it intelligible at least?
To you.
Like, can they understand it at all?
It's like
Keeping things at range.
That's they did that so you cannot
Yeah,
cast
I
any
know.
spell.
You are a wise man.
I tried.
There's
You've
a reason
had
why everybody says
long
that.
rests, though. You are at.
I know. You have a
I know, but all my spell, the one I'm thinking of requires me to actually be able to speak words. It's the only one I have that I don't need my hands for.
What would that be?
Suggestion. Untie me, please. Let's see here. So they're feeding. What a skeleton. I'm going to try. Are they carrying anything sharp on them, like sharp utensils, like a knife?
Sure.
I'm going to try and hit them and see if they can drop it.
How are you gonna? Just tell me how you would do it.
Headbutt them.
Okay. Sure. Roll. What would you think? An acrobatics? I'll give you that. Acrobatics sound good.
Okay.
What do you think?
Acrobatics is dex. Strength or dex?
It's the same thing, athletics or acrobatics. So
I'll give you athletics or acrobatics, whichever you want.
Athletics or strength.
it's the same one for me either way, and that's going to be an inspiration.
Sure.
I'm rolling way too many fours tonight.
So you're trying to do what exactly?
Just headbutt them and hope that they react and drop the knife or something.
Okay.
I guess that's a 9.
The knife drops out of his hand.
Can I
lands on the
cover it
ground.
with my foot or something and hope he doesn't see it?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Roll a deception check with a disadvantage. I mean, it was just in his hand a second ago.
Yeah. Oh, disadvantage. Okay, that's still pretty good. 22.
Yeah, I'm still gonna say no. I mean, you'd have to roll. It would be in the
Near.
25 to 30 range. You understand? Because it literally
Just dropped out of his hand.
I mean,
Cut the ends off.
Yeah.
Right here.
he reaches down
That'd be cool.
carefully, picks it back up
I'm gonna
again,
do that. Just chop
and
the
he
ends off.
mumbles something. He doesn't speak adventurers can't. He mumbles something.
Do I understand the thing?
Like
I don't
Persian.
think exactly the same.
No, not
because I didn't
Persian.
have like a measurement. You're pretty close. Oh yeah, they're the same.
I don't know how to translation. Yeah, I don't think I can talk to this guy. I could
It's
just.
not the guy who we were talking to before.
Yeah,
This
I
is
know.
just a worker bee who came in.
I'm definitely gonna do that. And I can
No.
use both. I can hold my
I'm just gonna try French, Aramaic, Italian, and Albanian on this guy, like telepathically speaking to him.
You hear somebody, to that guy?
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's my next project.
Guy, anyone else in the room or?
Somebody behind you speaks to you in French. Bonjour. Comment allez-vous?
I don't actually speak French.
Yeah, très bien.
I'm gonna custom
He says,
And then the
hello, how are you?
I'm a bit
You
uncomfortable.
speak French.
Yes, I do. I'm a man of many languages.
I'm not trying to hurt you.
He can 3D print.
We have to put this back in your mouth. It will not hurt though.
Why?
They he grabs hold of your hair gently,
the
and he lifts up the thing. And,
that'd be kind of cool.
Can I try and like?
you can try, sure. Of course you can try. Roll. So, are you doing it so that he knows that you're not allowing it, or?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then absolutely you can try. Roll. We'll call it strength, I guess. Right?
It's
I'll even give
20
you
total.
advantage because you're just trying to keep your mouth shut, right?
Yeah, 20 total.
Okay. So you easily keep your mouth shut. He goes, Mon ami, I am just doing my job.
And I am just trying to be able to breathe through my mouth once more because I can barely breathe through my nose as is. I'm suffocating.
I will talk to the boss. If he is okay with it, then very well.
Tell him I'll stay quiet in here. I just need to be able to breathe.
I will talk to him. But it is not my decision. You understand?
Yes.
Very well.
I think that's the only
He motions
feasible
to
way
the
for
other
me to
one,
handle
goes
the
out of the
gold.
room.
Put it
We'll
in
be
the
right
bank
back.
and get a check.
Okay.
They leave it
that I can
down
write
around your
to,
neck.
but then most people won't accept that. They'll be like, I don't want this.
Do you do anything in the meantime?
Like mouth stretches, trying to
You
see
have
when
a sense.
trying to see when I can become intelligible again through speaking.
You have a sense that it would probably take you about 6 hours before you got
Each. Yikes.
you could imagine being massively dosed up with Novocaine throughout your entire mouth.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
50 coins.
Okay. So,
Any vanilla.
unless you do something else,
I can't do anything
So,
else. You guys are smart.
So, eventually, what's his name?
I'm only carrying
His
roughly
name was
33 pounds of gold.
Tom. What was his name? His name?
Nikolai.
Nikolai. Yes.
Considering it's only that.
Nikolai
hammer,
Tukalai.
I guess it's not that much.
What are you doing? Yeah, I understand you are giving Jean a hard time. What is it?
I assume I still can't speak.
But
Yeah.
you can telepathically.
Yeah. So telepathically, she's like, "Do you have allergies yourself?"
No, I have some other diseases though. They drip from parts of my body.
I did not need to know that. Well, I have very, very horrible allergies. I'm afraid I might actually suffocate to death if you put this gag back on me, for I cannot breathe through my nose.
Very well. We will leave it off for right now.
Thank you.
But if you cause any trouble at all,
I will not.
I will kill you.
Understandable.
Understand your choice. I hope this ability to manipulate your mouth is sufficient. Okay.
I see this as proof of a growing friendship between us.
I don't know about that.
Persuasion roll.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a 12.
Another 4.
Very cautious.
What's up with that?
I don't know.
You take Brian's dice by accident?
Okay, back with the party in the
Throw him away. Get rid of it.
while they're figuring something out, you go up toward this giant church, for want of a better word. You can call it a church, I guess. You make your way toward it.
Yes. I would be like these.
Technology. Someday I'll figure this out.
Well, it's
Someday.
Yeah, but that's.
It's only,
Last session of the campaign.
it's only
Yes!
it's only been 15 years since its invention.
what?
The digital photo frame.
Okay, I don't know if you can see that or not.
That looks familiar.
Okay, that's the overriding theme throughout it. Is this large female figure?
And do I know?
Roll. Do you have a religion check?
Yes,
I would say with advantage.
He's at the church.
Is it the church?
Session's just burning through
That is
inspiration.
tidings.
Can I go to the church?
13.
Too late. Too late.
All right, then I'm.
Well, it's not too late, but I mean, you're doing something.
We were having out of game discussions.
You're inspecting the
Yeah,
insides
I didn't want to
of
interrupt what
camels.
you were
No,
doing.
I
That's
was just
all.
asking
You
for
can
help.
still absolutely go. We'll come right back to you, though.
I don't want to ruin your thing. I will.
I was trying to identify
This church is no longer sacred.
the what kind of church this was.
You ruined it.
You're here.
Specifically
That's
on the
all I
door
was
no
trying to do.
Jonas is
That's-
about.
So if you want to do something else,
I will wait 5 minutes and then walk into the church.
You can come with me.
Walking
I
in the
don't
middle of a
mind.
fight.
I probably would have gone with you. But
You walk into this church. It is easily the largest church I've ever seen. Massive dome, gold filigree, incredibly ornate. The walls are covered with icons, which are like paintings with gold backgrounds and images of religious symbols. Various ones. They don't all appear to be to one religion. There's to multiple religions, to multiple faiths. They seem to be focused primarily, a lot of them, on this figure seems to be predominant, if that's the word.
Okay.
You did recognize it, or what did you roll?
I roll a 13.
13. So you would recognize it. You know it is Saint Sophie.
And That's the
I don't see what you're pointing at.
when he went to the city looking for a temple of Sarenrae. The closest relation was with Saint Sophia, right?
I've encountered I encountered a mural of Saint Sophia in the Emperor's quarters.
Yes, I think you
And I
saw
felt
this
a-
very image.
I think so, yeah. And I felt some sort of connection to my own patron.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, that was
in the Andronikos Palaiologos' chambers, the emperor.
Yeah, of this city.
Yes,
Yes.
of the of Byzantine Empire. Empire is very. It's
I'll-
collapsing.
that happened in Bursa.
I think it was in
No, it happened in
Constantinople.
Constantinople.
No. The thing I'm talking about was in Bursa,
Maybe.
and that was the place
yeah.
you went to
Right.
to search for healing for him.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I walk up behind Shalom. I look around.
That's
Impressive, isn't it?
It is utterly impressive.
That's all.
What are you doing? You're there a few moments before he is.
Well, I walk around. I imagine I never had the time to. I never came here, right? Before. I assume.
Probably not.
So
Your duties
look
would have
around.
kept you on Cyprus or
Yeah. I walk around. I appreciate the frescoes. I look for a representation of Jesus Christ. Something more related to my. But Saint Sophia is gonna.
roll an investigation check
kind of
with advantage.
Horrible at this. 10.
You see something that is clearly in what is it?
Got a monkey.
One
monkey.
niche. That's not the right term, but the. Help me out here, Reiner. What's the right term for a one of the? But it's not an alcove. The separate area that you pray in. It's called a
pew.
Anyway, it's somebody who goes to.
Not an alcove.
Yeah. You find a nave. Thank you. A nave area, or one of the naves, is dedicated, clearly dedicated to Christianity.
Okay. So, and I noticed that Jomnus was coming.
You look
me, he was
behind you.
walking.
You sense him come in, but there's people coming and going. It's very quiet.
Mhm.
They're very respectful, and people are doing their own thing inside.
And I assume there are priestess.
There are some moving about. There are some who seem to be there just praying, and there are some
Wait,
who
do you
seem.
mean an aisle?
No, I think I meant a nave. Nave is a good term. That's perfect.
Okay.
That's just the central part of the church then.
Well, there's okay. Separate
The chancels.
chancel. Thank you, chancels.
Okay. They are all new words for me.
That clears up everything.
Excuse my ignorance.
That's
Okay, the chancels. In one of the
Okay.
chancels, you.
That's the Christian one. I will go back to Jomnus.
Okay. Do you do anything in any of those areas?
Yeah, I imagine that me walking around was time enough for Jomnus to reach.
Okay, Jomnus
right?
appears. Yes.
Oh, I'm here? I'm there now? Okay.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And I believe it's closely related to your faith. It's dedicated to Saint Sophia.
I look around and seeing Saint
Even
Sophia.
if I went back to point one, it would just like spew.
I think in a way, yeah. I've seen. Is that painting is there as well? That mural or a similar one?
You see that painting.
Mm-hmm.
You see this painting, and are you looking at it?
Yeah, I look at the painting. Absolutely.
I don't know how to turn this off. What? Brad, Ryan.
It's the
Not
Statue
easy.
of Liberty.
Can you fix the camera?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, we don't want to miss this, guys.
Okay, so the two of you are in this incredibly ornate, incredibly ornate,
Gigantic statue.
and it is absolutely huge, this statue.
Mm-hmm.
And you see somewhat behind it, right?
Mhm.
Put it behind it, this image. And as
Just holding a snake.
Oh, I got flash. Sorry.
Holding a snake. We're gonna have to be snakes.
Oh, I like snakes also.
snakes. What?
Yeah, one of them is holding a snake.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant something else.
Why did it have to be snake?
I thought you meant the Snake Islanders. I was like, what are you talking about?
It's too big. Snake Island?
Never mind.
Candy
Never mind. I misspoke.
It's too big.
Is there so in the temple? There's a giant rotating statue.
No, it's a giant fixed statue.
Okay, so it's
Right.
not rotating,
Correct.
but it is it. But otherwise, it's that
Yes.
Oh.
with
Wow.
three figures
Yes.
holding various symbolic.
Do I know what those
Torch, dagger,
symbols mean?
Roll an investigation check. And then Jomnus, as you look at it,
Mm-hmm.
the image slightly behind appears to you like that.
I just almost unconsciously go and grab my holy symbol in my hand as I watch this unfold.
And then before you, the three figures almost seem to come to life.
Okay.
To you, they're a statue.
I roll a 15.
They're still a statue.
You know
Oh!
about the symbols and stuff.
Yes, you do.
So
recognize.
in the
Oops, sorry. I'll get back to you.
Okay. Let's do it. Yeah.
What, if anything, are you doing?
I'd probably instinctively take a step back, and then I'll approach.
Is it that size relatively? Like, how tall is this statue?
It is huge.
Huge, like
To the ceiling almost.
And
at
there's
this point in this
three-
giant.
Well,
Exactly. Which
we
is-
don't know how high is the ceiling.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a massive,
assuming,
massive
considering this
ceiling.
is like the largest city I've ever been in, and this is presumably the largest cathedral in the city, and we have been drawn here.
Reiner, how high is the
Yes?
ceiling of the Hagia Sophia?
Hagia Sophia?
Okay. Well,
I don't exactly recall, but if
I thought you might, of all people.
Okay. Either way, I'll take a couple steps closer. And I'll wait to see if they say anything. I'll approach the altar or whatever it is in front of the statues.
Nothing seems to happen, but they seem to be, as they turn.
it's about 180 feet, if I recall correctly.
That is taller than I thought.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
All right.
They seem to be staring at you as they turn. Not like.
Like Mona Lisa stare?
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Not there. Sorry.
No, but that's a good way to put it.
Is there a place where you can kneel and pray?
Yes. right in front of it. You see a set of steps in front of it,
Mhm.
where it appears as though well worn from people having done just that. You see a couple people come up and they do kneel in front of it and pray, but they don't. You're glancing over at them. You don't get the sense that they see anything unusual or odd about it.
Okay.
Or that he doesn't know.
Well,
You see a
right.
statue.
Yeah.
I see the same thing as all the other ones.
Mhm.
I motion for Jomnus. I believe we should go and I
Yeah.
can't remember the word.
Pray.
Not pray.
Proselytize.
What do you pay in a church?
Pay our respects to the patron of the church,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Uh,
And
Jomnus isn't even going to respond verbally. He's just. I'm just going to walk up and I'll kneel down.
I'm gonna do
In a similar manner.
What do you do when you kneel down?
I'm gonna pray for Saint Sophia and
Roll a d20.
natural 20.
Damn. Really? Okay.
Hope she doesn't show up.
Howdy.
That would be scary.
It's a good roll.
You are mine now. Forget Jomnus. Jomnus sucks. I'm giving you powers.
All your prayers are belong to us.
So kneeling down, I'll say, Sarenrae, I feel like I've been drawn here. I've received your visions, and I've been, I've been praying to you. I just want strength and direction. I want to make a difference. I want to earn the life that you've given me.
Jomnus, we are Hecate. I am Pisti. I am Elpida. I am Agape.
The three voices say to you. Independently, they speak their names one at a time.
Uh-huh.
Could you hear it all right?
Not quite.
Jomnus, we represent crossroads, entrance ways, light, magic, and knowledge.
What are you doing?
I'm writing the answer.
Okay. You can tell me if you want. You don't have to write it, but it's up to you. I'm okay with it that way if it works for you.
It's because I have to organize the words first.
Sure.
They said we represent crossroads, and then they what did they say after that?
Represent crossroads,
Jomnus.
light, magic, knowledge.
We represent crossroads, entrance ways, light, magic, and knowledge.
Is this a choice? Is there only one available, or I seek all of these things? I say, I guess.
Your faith will give you strength against adversity.
I give myself to you. I'm here to further your goals.
We are the daughters of a goddess. She goes by many names. We call her Sophia. You call her Sarenrae.
What? Where did she come from? What does she want? What does she ask of her chosen?
She says, they pause for a moment. They say to you, Jomnus, the world is filled with adversity. Perhaps yours is a path to face that adversity, as we did.
It just seems like there's so much wickedness in this world, so much evil. Everywhere I turn, I see it and I face it. But I don't seem to be gaining any ground.
The voices in unison seem to say, we understand. We have faced such horrors and such adversity.
Jomnus, ours is a sad story. Hadrian's guards took us one by one. From the oldest to the youngest, they beat and tortured us. Our deaths were an attempt to force our mother to renounce her faith. How strong is your faith? Will you be truly faithful?
Show me the way.
To our mother?
Yes.
Will you swear yourself to personal poverty? Will you build a beautiful temple of icons to our mother?
If that's what she wants.
We will tell you where to build this temple. Make it the greatest temple humanity has ever seen. Keep your promise. Our mother will care for you.
The one with the sword reaches out to touch you. Do you let her?
Before I'm gonna ask. Would this temple will hold back evil? Will it help the world? Will it help spread light? Will it destroy the wickedness that plagues humanity?
They seem to reply one at a time, almost as if their voices change from one to the other as they reply, as if it was one person, but the voices exchanged from one to the other.
Mm-hmm.
It may not stop the wickedness, Jomnus, but it might give light in the darkness and show a path towards something else.
Is that all we can hope for? Is a light in the darkness? Is there no stopping it?
They don't answer.
I will do what I can. If this is the way to fight back, against the evil of the world. This is what I will do.
Keep faith, even if it means your own life. Bring hope to those who have despair. Be charitable and swear off worldly goods. If you do so, our Mother will permit us to bestow other gifts on you. Travel well, Jomnus Dawnflower.
There, I was able to stop.
Yeah.
And the figures seemed to come to a stop. One of them, before it did, reached out to touch you. Did you let it?
Yes. Yes, at that.
I'm going to send you a card. I'll get back to you. Sure. Maybe come back to you.
That entire time I wanted to scream insight check.
I'm sorry?
The entire time I just wanted to scream insight check on the 3 people.
Need faith. It's all about I'm just saying, sweet 3 sisters. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
Ow! It's definitely a foreign spin on that.
Jomnus is lucky none of us were there. We would have been around the whole thing.
I'd be like, how you doing?
I'm going for mama.
How you doing?
You guys can have the daughters.
Hey, mama.
Go for it.
Come to daddy.
Hey, I'll be your daddy right here. Hey!
You took it to the level. You took it to the level and you fell off the cliff, man.
No, I felt
Guy reveals his backstory. Guy reveals his backstory.
I'm just trying to have fun with it. That was clearly not in character.
So Jomnus is a god now.
That'd be awesome, actually.
I'm working to it.
Yeah. You'll be like a Moses. A prophet.
Okay, I'm sorry about. What are you guys doing?
Yes, we're approaching the guy.
You're with them. Okay.
We're approaching the guy with the monkey.
Poor Kip.
Do you like this monkey?
What?
Poor Kip.
How much for the monkey?
8 million.
This is a very rare monkey. 150 gold.
Is he well trained? What can he do?
These monkeys, they give you diseases.
Yeah.
He can't do anything. You have to train him. I mean, it's a monkey.
Well, you not trained him to do anything?
Yeah, hold out your arm. He holds up. He puts the monkey in. The monkey comes running up your arm, and then it like pees. And it dribbles down. It was supposed to do that. See, I made it do that. You can make it pee on demand.
Oh, that's extremely not useful trait to have.
Maybe you can train it to not pee on demand.
How easily trained is it?
It's a monkey.
Monkeys, they're not very good.
Monkey see, monkey do.
I don't understand why you want a monkey. They're not very good food. They're not.
They're not very good.
Very good.
He reaches up and he starts to grab. If you're going to eat it, no.
Why would
I'll
you?
keep him away. He's all
No.
But 150 gold for a monkey that pees on you. We're gonna have to work on that price.
What are you offering?
60 gold.
Oh,
My friend,
look,
My
even
friend.
my monkey is insulted.
do you have more exotic animals
I
than
have
this
all
monkey?
kinds of animals. And birds. Do you like birds? They
No.
smell very bad.
They poop
no,
everywhere.
yes, they smell horrible. I understand how you feel.
Yes, I think that there's potential for us to work out a deal that the monkey might be included in.
What are you looking for?
Let's something more exotic than a monkey.
I'm gonna start browsing around. Like, I'm assuming he
sorry.
has like.
He does not bite.
50 gold. I'll take
I
him
tell
off
you,
your head.
yes, 60. Your offer
It's
was
50 now. He bit you.
Yes, he did bite me. 50 is a good deal.
All right, I'll take it.
Very fair. Do not tell anyone. Here, got it. Got it. You.
Runs away.
Yes.
The monkey seems to be happy to be in my hands.
Roll a persuasion check. With advantage.
Would that be animal handling?
Yeah,
Animal handling. Sure. Animal handling. Thank you.
It's terrible.
Careful,
That
they
roll
tend
just
to
went
throw
with
their Reese's.
I'll give you with advantage because he was a mean owner.
At 20.
Oh,
That's
no.
right.
This monkey scurries up your arm and he crawls up along your neck.
Another
And he
advantage.
sits there right in the nook. And he's like,
He just goes to sleep.
Did you put something for him to eat on your neck or something like that?
Peanut butter.
I just pet him.
They're like food.
Take a
I want to start
immediately
browsing
take a
around
little
like
bit of
wherever
claw.
he stores these animals and stuff.
Yeah, I
He's
wanna,
got like these are very, very tight shops, and they're very long and narrow and deep.
Okay.
They're not very wide, and it looks like he's got like you can see they literally go up and down the walls with stacks of things. You can hear like growls.
Okay, I'm walking around and I'm hitting cages with my hammer. I'm just like hitting things to
You
see
see all
what reacts.
sorts
Not
of
hard. I'm just kind of like
From the back,
poking
you
and-
hear.
Okay, I'm searching through. I'm trying to find.
And now for my friend here.
Yes.
He requires something a little
More
bigger than a
exotic.
monkey.
Bigger.
A little bigger than
Much bigger.
I have
And
something.
like I want
An
like
elephant.
like Koa's gonna walk up and say, and I'm gonna pet him and just say something exotic.
I have an elephant.
Not an elephant.
That would be.
It's
not that exotic.
Very exotic.
Yes.
Tusks. Only one of them has been cut off.
Would I even know what an elephant is? I don't even think I would know what an elephant is. Yeah. I don't think I would know what an elephant is.
It's like from
You must
really,
inquire
he's from
further.
really far from here.
Let us see this elephant.
They take you into the back, and you see this. He's probably about 10 foot high, about 15 feet long. He's got one huge tusk and another one that's like when somebody had cut it off and they wedged another piece on the end of it to make it into like a
What is
something
damaged?
Pierced with.
This one is deep.
You break it, you bite.
What else do I see in the area?
Could feed my entire village with that.
One bite at a time.
I mean, for the night, but
Do you know what to do if you get eaten by an elephant?
what's that?
You know what to do if you get eaten by an elephant? You run around until you're all pooped out. What else do I see?
Fade to black.
So bad.
You see. I mean, you see a lion. You see. You do see a tiger.
The
You see
tiger
bears
catches
or
me.
lions?
And bears, oh my.
Yeah.
You do see a bear.
I'm going up to the
Yeah,
barricade.
exactly.
You see a myriad of animals.
I
What
like
are
the
you
bear.
looking for? I have all kinds of things. If not, I can probably get it.
The tiger catches my
Tiger.
Yeah.
It is not a friendly
What is
animal
this?
that you can take home and cuddle with in bed. You know that.
I walk around with a wolf. I think I can handle a cat.
I'm gonna hit the cage. Tiger in it. This one's good.
What?
Are we gonna?
This cat's you
Are we gonna hunt it down? Are we gonna let it free and then hunt it down and kill it? Is that what you're getting at here?
No, I'm going.
Boy
To,
doesn't know that the concept of
Are you from the
cats.
arena?
I am
Well, I
going
mean-
to tame it.
Tame it. Oh, and then we chase it down and kill it.
You do not touch my pets. You can go hunt down Charlie if you need to.
Charlie doesn't like me.
You're not there.
It would be a fun hunt.
Neither is Charlie.
It's true.
You've tried many times. Charlie.
This one is fierce, though. This is a fierce beast.
Yes.
This is a very fierce beast. This is very mean. What do you want to do with him? Not that I care. I mean,
I would like to see if there's a place around where if I was to purchase this beast from you, that I could
this is a very expensive beast.
teach it.
Battle tiger.
I might know someone.
Lightning strikes.
What is the cost of this animal?
This is not a very inexpensive animal. For this animal, 1,500. He is a very powerful animal.
That is 1,500. Are you insane?
This is a very powerful tiger. This is a beautiful beast.
Yes.
He will eat you in your sleep.
Well,
And then
I look at Borinth and say, I think Borinth would eat me in my sleep, and I have no fear of this.
he looks over at you. What you do in your own time is none of my business.
We have some gold coming our way.
Mhm.
Okay, so this isn't
Yeah.
impossible.
Okay.
I
I'll
don't
take
know
out-
what the figures were.
Yeah.
1,500 is what.
We can't.
Said.
We
No,
can't
I
do
mean
1,500.
for
You have to
turning
come down.
his
The,
head.
the arena will pay a very good price for this animal.
Not 1,500.
Arena would pay a very good price for me.
Yes, they might.
You have to be willing to negotiate a little bit.
What do you offer versus a tiger?
I'll just pull out a sack of diamonds. It's not quite 1,500, but
Out of game. How much is it? I don't know.
out of game it is
Well, do you remember what
1,000 gold worth of diamonds.
I expected you to have like 500,000 on you.
I got a lot more diamonds than that. This is just my one sack of
We can do that, and
diamonds.
then we get the money back.
That is very sweet.
But if he's got it, then I can get the tiger back. Just give him the money back.
He doesn't have to come up with it. This is a very this beast came across the Mediterranean. This is not something you can get here in Constantinople very readily.
Right.
Okay, and then I will put.
And you don't look like you're from around here. You're not going to find this back home.
No, definitely not that kind of beast back home. And then I'll put one just like large diamond next to it.
I'm not a gem person, but he looks at it. What do you know it to be?
It's 250.
Very well. I will do this, but here is part of the deal. I cannot give you this to walk through the streets. I will give it to you now, but it will kill you as soon as it walks out of you. So you have to do something to take it with you.
You said you might be able to help.
Yes.
With
but I
taming
cannot
this.
tame it.
Understood.
I just.
Where might I inquire about this?
Well, we can just have it. We can just have the cage sent to the ship, and we can handle it later.
Exactly.
That works.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
There is someone in the. There is a woman in the palace, and she deals with animals a lot. I think her name is Irene. Irene something or other.
Means something or other. The animal handler.
Well, she's not an animal handler, but she's a very vicious woman.
Wow. Irene, the vicious woman. Somebody for.
Don't say I said that.
All right.
Can't wait to meet her.
She works with the arena a lot.
And you said she was where?
In the palace.
Palace.
She's the one I would go to.
Man, I'm almost through my savings, guys.
What? Okay.
Almost.
So
You only have
can we do that?
99% math.
I will give you. I'll give you my 70 gold.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it. We're gonna get paid handsomely later.
Can I? What do you have that's a little smaller than this as well?
Like a rat?
Maybe a snake.
Yeah, we have snakes.
What kind?
Different kinds. What kind do you want? Like a garter snake? Like
Uh,
a boa constrictor? Like something in between?
Yeah, I was thinking something in between, like something giant and poisonous.
Yeah, something very pleasant to work with.
Yes.
You know they're even more difficult to train.
Well, if I have help with this Irene,
Snakes are a weird one.
because I'm
but,
pretty good with animals.
He takes you toward the back. He's got a bin that seemed to be rattan, straw. And he says, I will lift it up. You look inside. I will not do so. Fair enough.
Open a little.
He opens it a little. In one, you see huge black snakes. He closes it back down. Yes? No?
Yes, this looks good.
You are one sick man. Oh, very well.
Will you? What would you charge for the snake since we paid so much for the tiger?
For you. Since you.
And remember, we bought the monkey.
This is for you did by the monkey. I'll tell you what. You take this snake for free.
Can you send it to the same ship?
I will gladly. You will regret it. I guarantee it. But I will send it there.
Okay.
Imagine the guys in the ship.
Imagine if I. How much for the elephant?
Is the
Isn't
snake
that
in
a
like that?
beautiful animal?
Oh, she is nice. She is missing one
Gorgeous.
horn.
Yes, it will grow back.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do they do that?
I don't know. I've never. She hasn't been here that long.
It's like a fingernail. It grows back.
And how much for the elephant?
For you, 3,000.
3,000. Okay.
It is a beautiful animal.
We'll take 3.
I don't have 3, but if you will take 2, I will get them.
We don't want
No,
that.
I don't need the elephant.
It is a beautiful.
It is.
It is a very magnificent piece.
Matthias, are you with them?
He
Reminds me of the
should be.
mastodons back there.
No.
I should be. I mean,
We just came from the.
I think you should tell him to put everything.
He says,
on
he looks
Gundryk's
over at
back.
you. This man is a knight. He would look glorious riding on this elephant.
We hand over a check with Gundryk's name on it.
Over the countryside.
Gundryk's
Well-renowned merchant.
Gundryk's famous, right?
He stole everything from
Gundryk
me.
is famous, right?
And that's what he's going to use to buy.
It's a
Yeah.
gift card. It's a gift card to Gundryk's shop.
Let's try.
Okay, fair enough.
That's the money he's going to use to buy you back
What'd you
out of
say?
slavery.
Okay.
Oh, no, I have a fancy deal with that now.
Okay.
We have.
I rip a piece of rag and put a diaper on the monkey.
Nice. Does it match his hat?
Yeah.
Does he have a hat?
I have to make him a fez. I have to make him a fez.
Little Shriner monkey.
We do have
Please,
keys. Like we
surprise.
have the.
Oh, the checkbook.
We have
yeah.
the.
We actually have the checkbook.
We have the Hungarian Emperor's checkbook. Presumably, Matthias would be the one carrying it. I know, like, I have it on me. But
I'm sure you'd be thrilled to sign blank checks, right?
he could buy the elephant with the Emperor.
It says,
Yes!
Le Tiger.
And then we just bring the elephant to the Emperor to the Hungarian. I'm not there, but
Actually, that would probably be pretty cool. You would even think that was pretty cool if you could actually get it there.
Yeah.
The challenge is going to be getting it there.
you have the Emperor's
The
checkbook.
moment we get back
is
to
what
the
I'm
ship,
saying. You have
what
the
are we doing
Hungarian.
with this?
This is in your hands, man.
How are you?
2 weeks past, we just realized how horrible of an idea it was.
We need to buy a whole nother boat. Just
It's
for
not
the
about
elephant.
needing an elephant.
Just go back and watch Aladdin when Prince Ali walks in. That could be you.
Imagine riding back home with not an elephant.
Make
Do you
for
know
Mattia.
how much would need to go into the care for such an animal?
Do you know?
you
Matthias
have animal
probably
handling?
doesn't know either.
I have animal handling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you might have animal handling, but this is an elephant.
Not to mention
You have
anywhere we
elephant.
went.
This is not a house
I
cat.
just bought a tiger.
Just saying, like, an
Also, not
elephant
to
would
mention, no matter
smooth
where
things
we
over
went,
with
no
the
one would know how to
Hungarian
care for
Emperor.
it.
We are about to die.
Hey, you know how we
Take our
started
horses
war
and this
for
elephant.
you
Yes.
accidentally?
It's a gift.
Here's an elephant.
Clean the break.
I did.
Just buy it as a gift
For
from
me.
me.
You started a war.
Somebody has
for
to
me.
mend it.
Is that what you're saying now?
Well, I'm not there, but like in your head, maybe you'd think that like this would
Your
smooth
moves.
over the whole fact that we accidentally started a war if you gifted it to your king. Right? Like I don't know, maybe you would think that,
Yes, you know, accidentally.
but I'm not there.
I need to see if this would take a leap of logic. How many leaps of logic this takes?
Like your king is super cool. Elephants are super cool.
Thousands of
your
people are
king
going to
would
die.
probably want
They
no.
really are.
Here's an elephant.
Everyone's
Like that would work on me.
Roll a d20. Anything but a 1, you buy the monkey.
19.
Okay,
you
so
buy
what are you
the
guys
elephant.
doing?
Yeah. So send it. So have the animal sent to the ship.
Yes, we can do that. It's a. Which is your ship? And you tell him the name, the Re d'Italia. And he says, does whoever's on the ship know it's coming?
No.
No, but just
Tell them.
I'll just write a letter real quick
Yeah.
to bring with the animals, so they're aware of what's happening.
Do you know this tiger needs a lot of meat?
Yes.
Okay, very well.
That's an actual
That's why I wanted to buy the
Let's-
elephant.
That's a whole 2 days.
Okay. So, anyone else doing anything else right here in town? I mean, you two are in the cathedral/temple. You guys are in the street. You're in the ship.
I wanted to see if I can seek out or at least price a healing potion. I don't know if I can afford one, but I think I can. Now that I didn't give you money.
And I still want to seek out some sort of wizard or guy dealing in arcane arts.
And I still need to find someone who can send, who can allow me to communicate with Buddha.
With Buddha?
Budapest.
Oh, I thought you said Oda. I'm thinking Oda.
Oh, I heard Buddha.
He's changing religion.
Wait a minute.
Well,
I
without rolling an insight or investigation check, you would think that if there is anyone, it's going to be at the palace. I mean, it's not something you can go to a phone booth for, right? Does that make sense?
I'm gonna make an insight just to see if I can
Sure.
think of anything.
Sure.
That would be insight.
Back on the ship, are you doing anything?
Oh yeah,
Okay, your jaw is fully operational.
Nice. This is good. Am I alone?
I'm sorry?
Am I alone?
You are alone in that room. You're still bound. Blah blah blah.
I do not know what is required for this. I'm going to try Chiamare. It says to summon La Regina Fata Servitor.
They're your spells, man.
It's this.
$1,000 in diamonds.
It's this one.
May I take a look?
Yeah.
Oh, is this one the ones that I wrote?
Yeah.
Oh, you believe it to be very dangerous.
Still gonna do it. I'm going for broke right now. Going for broke. Doing it.
Gundrick sinks the ship and dies.
Okay.
He pays his debts.
As long as my
Seems to be
ropes
the
burn
drummer.
off, I'm golden.
I don't have some bar for the Forbes.
It's called a giant shark polymorph.
What?
It's called a giant shark polymorph. So as long as my ropes are gone, I'm golden.
That's a fair point. Well, when you polymorph,
Hour concentration.
your
You
equipment
get their eyes, you get their gold.
sinks into your body.
Yeah.
And then we get the golden.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
A tiger, a monkey, a snake.
If I take a break between dinosaurs,
I've been
I
rolling
think I
too
can
many
put the
fours
monkey.
on this. If I need a roll, can I please
The
use someone
dinosaurs
else's
take like
die?
15 hours apiece.
No.
There's a couple. There's a file for
Certainly
Sun
not.
Monkey in there, which is a monkey with sharp.
Yeah, I've seen this
strong
drawing.
teeth.
I got the flying monkey one. That one looks pretty easy to print.
So why do you want to practice
Hey man, you guys.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised.
If you guys are willing to do it,
That's the T-Rex. That kid is.
Okay. You cast that spell in there. This huge, grotesque figure is suddenly standing before you with massive, almost butterfly-like wings extending on either side of it. It leans into you and says to you, do you speak Aramaic?
Yes, I actually do.
It says to you, what is it you ask?
I want you to free me, and I want you to kill everyone else on the ship.
You see,
except for the captain.
I bought Amazon Basics. It works really good.
The captain
Do
stays
we
alive.
know the captain?
you see
Goodbye.
it
Goodbye.
tear through the side of the ship. It rips straight through, and water starts pouring into the side. And all of a sudden, you hear screams from up on top of the deck. And you see the water sloshing into the side of the ship as it starts to tilt as you're tied into your seat.
You did say kill everyone on board.
I
Everyone
said
else.
free me and kill everyone else.
He
did say that.
and then kill you.
Okay.
Should be more
Very specific with this guy. Got it. Okay. Very specific.
Yeah.
I need to imagine this guy is just one giant wish spell.
Yep, pretty much. That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm sorry, what was going on? Back in the rest of the group. You hear screaming all over the ship.
Oh yeah.
Were you guys doing anything else? I just wanted to see about purchasing a healing potion.
A healing potion. You go from booth to booth to booth to booth. Eventually, you find one, and what type of healing are you looking for?
Something one that I can afford. I have 70 gold, so I don't know what the price is.
Very expensive.
I know that they're a little up there, so it might just be the lesser.
You find somebody. He goes, it's a woman at a booth. She's, what may I help you with?
Looking for a potion that can cure wounds. Heal the wounded.
Heal?
Yes.
Some of them. They're normally 40 gold.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to take one, please.
Very well. She sells you one.
Thank you.
Anyone else doing anything else?
Yeah, I was on the lookout for some sort of shop selling enchanted items or some sort of weird.
Enchanted items. You don't see anything selling like there's not like a magic shop per se. At least not openly visible. Does that make sense? I mean, other than potions and perhaps some herbs.
Is there anything I can ask anyone that they might know?
Sure.
Someone who does that? I guess it's not like a common thing.
Well, it's just in this. They're so you would know that they're so rare that it's the kind of thing that's sold privately or at auction type deal. Does that make sense?
Okay.
It's not something where you just. It's not Gilmore's glorious goods, if you will.
Gotcha. I'm more on the lookout for someone who can do that type of work rather than sell items.
Who can make it?
Yeah, who can enchant items.
Ooh. That'd be interesting.
You start asking around. Nothing comes immediately to mind. Most people kind of point you toward the palace. They think that people with money. They say, check with people with money. Check with people with money.
Makes sense.
Because you're talking some very high dollar items for the most part. Okay. Anybody else?
Nothing I can think of.
We should meet up with Jomnus.
Okay.
Yes. I don't remember. Did they specify where I should build this temple? Or is it up to me? Because I have ideas, but I don't remember if they specify.
I think she said to you.
I just wrote build a temple.
We will tell you where to build this temple. Make it the greatest temple humanity has ever seen.
Oh, okay.
Keep your promise.
All right.
Our mother will care for you.
Okay. All right. So I don't have.
I don't think they would be adverse to listening to your ideas, but
all right.
Definitely not. Not only not adverse, but definitely not. Does that make sense?
Yes. Oh no, I was gonna build it right on Osmond-Ghazi's, like in place of Osmond-Ghazi's palace. But
How do you?
that was my idea anyway.
Why would you even build one? Just turn it into one.
No, we're gonna need to destroy it and
Put a few crosses up. And we're
consecrate it
good.
and stuff. But okay, cool. So I will having it be done. I will leave money in. I will leave most of my gold in the temple as an offering. So I'll just get rid of all but 12 gold pieces.
Very generous.
Totally could have donated that.
Should I do anything else with
120,
this? Or
which is
How will you pay for your breastplate?
should I write something?
well, there's painful.
The one who didn't swear to poverty.
Yeah.
Even though I'm getting pushed into it.
Yeah, you are. You have the remaining.
We
money.
better start killing some people here.
We have money waiting for us.
I think we need to write some checks ourselves.
So that's 117 gold
We need
pieces,
to
62
forge
silver
the check.
pieces, and 128 copper pieces. I leave in the collection bowl. I mean, I promised I would. I promised I would.
You did.
I would give up material possessions. and
Well,
stuff, so.
I think if you have an intent of doing something good with it, that it falls in the realm of. Does that make sense? You
Clearly
don't-
going to need money,
do this
and I'm not going to give up my equipment, my weapons.
I don't
and
think
stuff.
that was their intent.
Yeah, no, I know.
And if you were if you were to do what they tell you to do,
Right.
you're going to need money to do that.
That's right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, we got more money.
I'm going to be your temple's benefactor.
Yeah, I need to talk to you about it. But
As I know you have to bolt. As the boat slowly starts to sink, this winged creature comes swinging back into the room. Its arms seem to almost pass through you in its hideous face, and it cuts the ropes clean. You find yourself flailing about. You see the opening, and as you see the opening, you swim out, I assume, and you feel the ship kind of sucking itself downward. There you see swimming off to the side your cohort, or your whatever you want to call him. Nikolai. You hear screams and gurgles from inside the ship, and as you swim away, you see a city off in the distance.
Polymorph into a giant shark.
Okay.
And then I'm going to kill Nikolai.
Okay.
What? Do I need to roll for damage?
I'm going to assume at this point that a man swimming in the water
does not run a giant shark.
oh no, but you missed.
You know what? Let's run it via Discord.
Okay, yeah.
Fair enough? Because he's not a chump.
Yeah, because once I kill him, I'm going straight to the
How many hit points do you have as a shark?
126.
How are you? Doesn't it go by challenge ratings though?
Yeah, this is challenge rating 5.
So you can polymorph into a challenge rating 5?
I can polymorph into a challenge rating anything my level or lower.
It's a concentration spell.
Yeah.
So if he gets hit and fails the concentration check, it drops immediately.
Yeah.
So.
Did everybody have a good time?
Mm-hmm.
Things never go like you think they will, but say again.
That was crazy.
You didn't get to the
what the hippodrome? That's
okay.
2 days from now, right? Or the day after tomorrow?
Yeah.
The day after tomorrow,
which is 2 days from now.
Yeah.
It was 2 days before the day
2
after
days
tomorrow.
before today after tomorrow. Today.
No! We missed it!
Okay, do you have a second to do experience, or do you have to bolt?
I can do experience really fast.
Okay. In character, what'd you do that was in your traits, ideal bonds, flaws?
That's what you wanted to
I
do.
wanted to actually talk to the archers beforehand to try and figure out what the hand thing was, but they wouldn't listen to me, so I just decided to, I seeked out knowledge by testing out the 2 new spells that I have that I had no idea, like, really what they did. And I also, did my flaw of trying to get something rare or precious by trying to negotiate for, like, gold as, like, a job almost with Nikolai before attempting the escape.
Traits, ideal bonds, flaws. Warren, I know you didn't do it. You were here.
You were picking on
You
the
were
animals.
here.
I was picking on the animals.
In spirit. Okay.
Picking on the animals.
Picking on the animals.
Actually, I kind of need to go.
You got a bolt 270 on experience. Okay.
Yep.
Dylan, good to see you.
Nice seeing you.
Good
Dylan.
seeing you again. Hey. See you hopefully in a couple weeks.
See you later, bud.
See you next time, dude.
Playing at the same table as you, I should say.
Yeah. I apologize for going late, everyone.
Oh, you're fine.
How dare you?
Seriously, don't do that again.
Brian, I know that you kind of jumped into
Sorry, Brian.
things going as they went. 270 on experience. Thank you for showing up, though. I appreciate it. Oh, actually, you did a character log too.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for doing that. That was 297 on experience, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Brad.
You jumped in late, Brian. We're all being Valley Girls shopping.
Kind of heavy on the RP stuff there. Trying to create a.
I almost put him away.
Got to thank Ryan for the really
that's
cool
awesome. That looks good.
terrain piece.
No problem. Glad we could
You
use it.
created to create this RP moment.
This RP moment was really cool. I don't know what anybody else thought about it, but I really enjoyed it.
Suck.
I thought it was
Like, you know,
No, it was awesome. It was
Like
really fun.
you know,
No,
like
I'm just kidding. It was really
just saying, like when you're at the table and something's going on, you're kind of like paying attention,
It was really
you know.
good.
But like
Friendship
you put that down,
No,
and
you
hit
did
the
really
thing, and I
well.
was like,
I gotta say. No, you did really
I
well.
was super stressed.
yeah, that was
It was
really
cool.
cool.
I could tell. I could hear you. I could hear him sitting next to him. I could hear his breathing speed up. Like in all honesty, like he was.
What do I do?
Like his heart rate was climbing.
It was,
Yeah.
And it was really cool. It was really cool. He was
Well
really
done,
into
Thomas.
it. You
Well
guys
done.
were really feeling it, and
Well, thank Ryan.
it was cool.
Ryan created the cool terrain. He made the spinning terrain, so that's awesome.
You should make it spin really fast now.
Nah,
Disco
I-
lights.
I
Statues are all
disco
like-
lights on all of a sudden.
Look at us
It just
fly
goes
away.
out of. I have like a secret button. It just goes out of control.
Trace idea bond flaws.
Ludicrous, right?
Ludicrous
Ludicrous
statues
speed.
start talking like.
I mean, I had
The statue doesn't even fall off. It just completely
for traits,
changed.
I guess.
Disheveled hairs everywhere.
I mean, I strive to avoid violence when possible. I always forgive those who wrong me. Didn't really have much opportunity for salvation. I hope to bring the world to a better tomorrow. It's kind of Jomnus's core, and that was we explored that a lot in the temple with talking and discussion. And his flaw is that despite the divine revelation he has, he's riddled with doubt, and he's still trying to figure out what his purpose is. And I guess that was kind of the whole thing there. And he's trying to figure out where he stands and how he fits in a Sarenrae's plan. What she really wants, what Saint Sophia or Sarenrae wants him to do. And he's still trying to figure that out. And now he has a mission. That's not what he thought he was doing, but he agreed to do it. So yeah, that was an evil moment. I was so stressed out.
I'm glad. Never know how it's going to work out when you think it out. 297 experience. Thank you for the adventure log. It's always helpful. It gives you, even though you don't pick up, you may not realize it, but you guys drop little nuggets that are very helpful. Mark, traits, ideal bonds, flaws.
Yeah, nothing really to those. I mean, I had a moment where when Eli got the message and he said that he was all kind of spacing out there, and I was like, oh, do you see them too? I was actually kind of being serious, but everybody took it as a joke, so I just let it go. But went animal shopping today, which was cool.
Cool. So you have a
I have a tiger,
a snake,
and a wolf.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I didn't see an adventure log from yourself.
No, you know what? I actually spoke to everybody. I was like,
problem.
last session.
I just want to make sure I didn't miss it.
Yeah, no. Last session, I just felt like Kip didn't really do much, so writing an adventure log would have seemed just for the experience, and I didn't want it to be. I didn't want to be that
I don't
guy.
mind you. You know what? Because
what I did.
I'll just throw this out for. Well,
I don't want to be them.
I'm trying to get
actually,
to
you know
7.
what? You don't have to tell me what happened. What I'm really interested in, I'll be blunt for everybody here at the group, is what you think about what happened. And did I? I'm sorry, I skipped Ryan. I'll come. Is what you think about what happened, and it's also a place to drop nuggets about your personal goals, your personal objectives, and you kind of did, and I know you definitely did.
Yeah, I was very.
And Mattias did as well.
Yeah, I mean, I usually do that. This last session, I just didn't feel like there was enough for me to. Yeah, so.
But I don't want you to. You don't have to do it at all. But
no, I enjoy doing it.
But I also want to provide an incentive to do it too. I know that it's. I don't want to make homework.
I dropped it last week.
270 on experience.
Yeah.
Mattias, Bathory.
We were.
Traits, ideal bonds, flaws.
Not that much this time.
Oh, it was his.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
I mean, really not that much. I think that the most that Matthias did that was in character was when he was his participation, however little it was, in the discussion about Adeltine.
Dude, you almost bought an elephant.
What?
You almost bought an elephant.
Almost bought an elephant. Almost bought
That's a big thing. Literally, it's an elephant.
It's big.
They're huge.
But,
We're gonna have to start calling you Alexander.
Using the Emperor's money to buy him a gift.
Dude, like little kids do that for their parents' Christmas gifts all the time.
Thank you for the adventurous log. It was very helpful. It always provides insight. 297 on experience. Ryan, I can't thank you enough for the terrain.
No problem.
Awesome. Awesome.
He doesn't get extra XP for that. All right, let's just make this clear.
Okay, yeah.
No, you totally. I should be just like
No,
at least
no,
like an
no,
adventure
no,
log.
that's not
I
right.
think he totally should.
I agree.
Tom already-
Oh, wait a minute.
97 on
Okay.
experience. But
Tom already agreed it was not fair.
I'm gonna bring
It was
Play-Doh
what?
figures
So
in
you
next
already
week.
said
I'm
it
like,
wouldn't
what?
be fair.
I
Last
made a tiger and a snake out of Play-Doh.
no Play-Doh.
But so for traits, ideals, bonds, flaws, knows what's truly important, loves challenging himself. I want to redeem ourselves at the chariot races, but also for personal reasons, I want to go back there.
We funded our expedition.
Yeah, and then power and strength are a measure for success. So a little bit of a stretch, but I spent a lot of my money to help these guys strengthen back up and become a lot more powerful.
Yeah, thank you. That's really cool.
You're great. Lady Draft was so nice.
It's good to
I
have
understood the
friends,
importance. I understood the importance of you having new armor and you needing some more backup
Okay.
in the way of your animals.
It's gonna suck to train these guys.
He's gonna make it hard on
I know.
you.
I hope so.
270 on experience, sir. Thank you very much. Shalom. Shalom.
Well-
Traits, ideal, bonds, flaws.
Unfortunately, you guys didn't witness all the conversation
It's
here.
always a balance, and I haven't struck it yet.
No.
Oh,
You did this.
Yeah.
This was.
I wish I
posted on
could
Reddit
have
asking
spoken out loud, but
Jomnus.
I have trouble remembering the English words, the correct words to use.
I'm not gonna hold it. I mean, hopefully I'm.
But hopefully
Too far away.
you enjoy our
Hopefully you
conversation. I did. It was really fun. But suffice to know that I was really pious in my conversation with the spirit. And that's my ideal, right? I trust that God will guide my actions, and I try to be as optimistic as I could, as optimistic as I could, and I guess that's it.
Okay. I'm not gonna hold you to it, but where are you guys off to next session?
Temple, right?
Probably the
the
palace.
palace.
The palace.
Drop off the head.
I do. There's one more thing I want to do. I mean,
Well, we're not gonna do it tonight, but I
Yeah.
just wanted to know where you're going next session. Just curious.
I need to, before we leave, I need to buy leeches.
Need to. Okay.
Leeches.
Yeah.
So you will buy leeches
Yeah, the
somewhere
two
in
main-
town.
the two main
But you
goals
can
would
always
be-
do that in and out of the palace too.
Yeah.
I mean they're fairly
Yeah,
common.
I'm not saying. Yeah.
It doesn't mean
Unless
like he doesn't
unless
know
you
how to apply
plan
the
to
new
try
rules.
to kill
But,
this
like,
king
in
too.
The other goal would be
sometime in Constantinople. I before we leave, I'd like to find.
Okay.
And you said the palace was
Shame we're gonna
attached
have
to the
nuke in this
hippodrome?
temple.
Yeah,
And then we're going to the
yes, I did say the
It's a
palace was
shame we're gonna
attached
blow
to
the
the
whole thing
hippodrome.
down.
So as
I
we
did-
walk around it, we'll probably
What's
figure out
going
how to
on?
sign up.
Hang on a second.
Something's happening,
Huh?
guys.
As we walk
Crypt
around
Keeper's
it, we'll
coming
probably
out
figure
here.
out how to sign up.
Here comes the
So,
Crypt Keeper again.
The creeper camera. So next time when we get together, we will meet Theodore Metokites at the palace. So thank you for watching Seven-Sided Dies, Carpathian Adventure. Again, we'd like to thank Sirenscape for the use of their audio sound effects. They're somewhere in here. Ah, yes, the audio sound effects. That's www.sirenscape.com. I take off my glasses so I look cooler, but then I wouldn't be able to see the teleprompter. Thank you, artist Yenu, for the terrific character sketches. Brad is wincing and peeing his pants off to my right-hand side right now. I think no, he's not. Okay. Please patronize him. Not Brian, or Brad, or whatever. Add the @ symbol, Yenu. We're not going to see him till March anyway. You know where to find him. Please comment in the Twitch chat room on Instagram and YouTube. And please let us know how we may improve our stream. Also, please like and follow us on Twitch, Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube. And as Brian the Hammer says, ding that bell. For now, as Theodore Metokites, I'll see you again in 2 weeks. And thank you for watching a Seven-Sided Dies Carpathian Adventure.